This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. What do you say? Let's start this about 5 minutes earlier than anticipated tonight as we get set for the Oilers and San Jose Sharks at the bottom of the clock. A 7:30 game on a Monday night. Ooh, and it's at home too, so I guess primer for the playoffs as we're going to be that 8 o'clock matchup more times than we can count in the month of April. However, friends, as we get set, this is obviously a huge one yet again for our Edmonton Oilers. As you know, you have to try and obviously come away with 2 points tonight, which would get you very well settled into that division race. LA and Calgary playing at 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time tonight. If we were playing at 8:30, I'd be cuddled up in bed watching the hockey game, but that's not the case. Instead, we're going to go the distance tonight, as long as the Oilers give me a reason to go the distance, I guess I should say. If we're down 6-rip after the first, I think I'll be going to bed, but as you would as well. I'll just let everybody trickle in, and then we'll get the chat active here in a moment. But just as we enter action tonight, just so you know what's on the line, the Oilers sit in third in the Pacific Division right now with a grand total of 86 points on the season. A win tonight coupled with an LA loss in regulation would move us within 2 points of the Los Angeles Kings for second in the division. And of course, going into action tomorrow, 4 points back of the Vegas Golden Knights for first place. So we continue to build that lead on top of a team like the Calgary Flames. Obviously, we win tonight. It's still only a 9-point lead on the Flames, but as it comes together as well, you continue to build on Winnipeg, you continue to build on Seattle, and you just got to kind of find a way to go about your business and go out there and win. Obviously, Calgary now trying to push Seattle or Winnipeg out of the wild card spot. There's a lot of intrigue. We'll talk about it throughout the night, but that's where we are at right now, friends. Good evening and welcome to Dolynny TV. Glad to have you aboard for this evening's hockey game, as it is the Oilers and the Sharks at the bottom of the clock. We'll get set. Just drinking a good old Pepsi. I figured have myself a little pop before getting to this one. Get a little sugar high going. Owen, welcome in. Boston, welcome in. Jim Rat, welcome in. And Eclipse, is it going to show the game on here? I can't, just clarifying for everybody, I can't show the game due to copyright. It is physically illegal for me to show the game, and I would prefer to keep the business alive that I've got going here, so we'll just not show the game, and we'll do some good play-by-play for you, Eclipse, tonight. I promise you that. As it looks like Ridley Grigg has been hit in the head with a puck in this Ottawa Senators Pittsburgh Penguins game. And I mean, this game turning into a doozy for the goaltender in net for the Ottawa Senators. He's been a star of the show tonight, making 41 saves so far. Of course, you can probably expect what is in the goal column there for him if I'm talking about being star of the show. And the big part there right now, too, is for the Ottawa Senators. They, I think they're still in the thick of the playoff race, although they've fallen back quite heavily. So we'll see. We'll see if this turns into a win for them and it turns out to be anything of substance. But friends, as we get set, maybe the lineups would help somebody tonight. Let's go see if we have that. Of course, it's the problem. I always like to start early and then I screw myself up. Let's just see what we got going on here. If I can just quickly scroll through. The Oilers' lines and pairings in warm-up versus the San Jose Sharks. Kane, McDavid, Hyman, RNH, Draisaitl, and Yamamoto. Fogle, Bjugstad, and Janmark. Costin, Shore, and Derek Ryan will be your fourth line tonight. Obviously, Ryan McLeod banged up still. The Oilers have a timetable on him here in the next little bit to start practicing, but nothing concrete as of yet. So that does count 12 forwards, though. We're going Nurse, Ceci, Ekholm, Bouchard, Kulak, and Desharnais on the defense tonight. Campbell starts in goal for the first time in a few games, and I think tonight, obviously, all of us will be focused solely on what Jack Campbell can do for the Oilers tonight, because my goodness, if Jack Campbell falters against the San Jose Sharks, we're in a lot bigger trouble than I think we believe we are. And obviously, too, if we do get a good performance of Jack Campbell, that goes a long way into resting up Stuart Skinner and allowing him to have a easy night off that the team still picks up 2 points in. And that's kind of the idea here. We need to be picking up our 2 points and trying to win this hockey game as cleanly and as best as possible, because we can't really afford to squander away 2 points against the San Jose Sharks, I guess would be the best way to put it tonight. And obviously that's kind of the goal tonight, right? Is you have a chance to move up the standings against a team that has a grand total of 52 points on the year. You have got to do it if you are going to do it tonight, if you're the Edmonton Oilers. And just when you look at these lines too, right? Ekholm, Bouchard stay in that second pair. Kulak, Desharnais have solidified themselves as a solid third pair. Nurse and CC are now your top pair. So there's a lot to really like about this Edmonton Oilers defense as they continue to give us reasons to cheer for them, and as they just continue to solidify up. It'd be nice to see Philip Broberg work his way in, although I do believe come playoff time we'll probably go 11-7 again, and Philip Broberg will work his way in, or unless Philip Broberg's just going to head down to the minors this year. I don't know. I don't think Broberg can. I think it was Broberg who was placed down on the minors paper transaction there before the end of the NHL trade deadline, which would mean that yes, he is eligible for the AHL playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. So there is a chance that Philip Broberg will continue to play if the Condors decide to go on a little bit of run themselves. That said, friends, welcome into the channel. I just see a ton of you joining in here. We continue to blitz along tonight. I should probably, in fact, change the channel here. So we're coming out of live coverage of Pittsburgh and Ottawa, and we should go over to the Poker After Dark channel, or what was ever on there. Oh, Toronto at Detroit. Sorry, Poker After Dark was between 6 and 7, right? Got to watch your Poker After Dark before the Oilers game. It's just a given nowadays, but it's looking like we're going to have a little bit of a replay of Detroit and Toronto today, but that's where we're sitting. And just to give us an idea of what we got going on into this game, realistically there's nothing much you have to watch for tonight other than the Flames and Kings and the Avalanche and Blackhawks. Obviously if Chicago can find a way to win that game, that's going to help us a little bit. And the Oilers playing against the San Jose Sharks, that one is a big one. Alright, let's see what else we can find here, if there's anything else we can kind of come out and find out about this game. So Erik Karlsson leading the San Jose Sharks in points, 85 on the season. Connor McDavid obviously with 134 on the night. 24 goals for Logan Couture, 58 for Connor McDavid. Assists, this is the thing. Logan Couture, right, leading in goals. Erik Karlsson leading by a large margin in assists with 65, but still Connor McDavid's got him beat with 76 on the year. The Oilers averaging 3.91 goals per game. The Oilers also given up 3.3, so we'd like to see that number clamp down a little bit tonight if you're Jack Campbell. And 3.76 goals against average for the San Jose Sharks. 2.84 goals for per game for the Sharks. So they've been heavily underwater all year long. And to look at it too, the Oilers power play 31.5%, but the Sharks penalty kill, they go to work 82.4, although the 7-1 beatdown the last time round would suggest the Oilers might be able to do something on said power play tonight. Homelander, welcome in. As we get set for this one, we are just waiting for the Oilers to get underway here at the bottom of the clock. It's 7:19, so we are just about there, but there's still a little bit of a ways to go before this game gets up and underway. So that's where I will appeal to you folks back at home, just to say if you have a chance next weekend, not this weekend coming up, not the 24th, 25th, 26th, the 31st, 1st, and 2nd. I'm going to need you to show up here on the live streams on Dolynny TV that weekend. I'll be up home in Cold Lake broadcasting some minor hockey up live in Cold Lake at Rink 2 at the Cold Lake Energy Center, so I'd love to have you aboard. And obviously I'm going to need to have you aboard. I want to knock the socks off those fine folks doing the hosting committee this year. I had the tournament last year, and now I get a chance to return home and run it back for a second year. And obviously, I think if anyone knows what was happening with the channel last year, nothing. You would know that there's a lot more I think I can do with Dolynny TV in that tournament this year. So I definitely appreciate if you'd be so kind to. I mean, even one view during any of the games during the weekend would go a long, long way to making the difference. I mean, realistically, last year, I think a grand total, I had 7 games on the channel last year, and I ended up with about 4,900 views. So you think about it now, Dolynny TV up to 11,338 subscribers entering action tonight. I mean, you get half of all you folks back home watching at least one view's worth of any of those streams, and we're off and running with a quite incredible tournament outdoing last year. So that's kind of my plea to you. If you're a returning subscriber, I'll need you for that stretch of hockey next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend. And obviously, I'd like to have you aboard for the rest of the Oilers playoffs too if you're new. So consider hitting that subscribe button. I'll have the graphic up. I'll spare you from it right now, but we're just about there. 7:22 to go. That Sharks Oilers 7-1 game. Let's just flash back to that right quick, where Jack Campbell won that hockey game and obviously improved his record to 11-8-1. That was that stretch of hockey where he was playing in lieu of Stuart Skinner, who was off sick, off being Dad Skinner, all that kind of mess around part of the year. And Connor McDavid scored his then 36th goal of the season. Klim Kostin scored his 8th goal of the year, and of course that was Vinny Desharnais' first career point on the secondary assist. Connor McDavid scored goal number 37 in that game. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scored goal number 21. Leon Draisaitl scored goal number 24. Think about that. And Jesse Puljujärvi scored a goal as an Edmonton Oiler one last time, scoring in period number 3. And then Ryan McLeod scored his 5th goal of the season, assisted by Dylan Holloway's 4th assist of the year, and oh, by the way, too, Warren Fogel's 4th assist of the year. The Oilers were dominant all night, pretty much handing it to the San Jose Sharks, despite losing the face-offs pretty handily, 41-22. And the Oilers' power play that night went 2 for 4. So there you go. That's what you need to know about that last game out against the San Jose Sharks. We've got 2 more against them post tonight, so there's a lot to go in this Oilers season. And as you break down the Oilers' schedule the rest of the way home, just so you're aware as to what it's looking like, actually, friends, is it's a little bit of a mess here for the Oilers down the rest of the way home. Is you're playing a lot of the Pacific Division. We have gotten the Eastern Conference out of the way rather early in the year and played a lot of games against the Eastern Conference. Here's the idea. We go from here, San Jose, Arizona, Vegas, Arizona, Vegas, LA. Okay? There's 2 games against a Central Division opponent. You go into April, it is Anaheim, LA, Anaheim, San Jose, Colorado, San Jose. So of your games remaining, right, you've got 6 this month, or 6 in the month of April, and you've got a grand total of 6 this month as well remaining. 12 games remaining, only 3 are against anybody outside of your division. So there's a lot that the Oilers have to do here against these teams in the Pacific Division, right? You're thinking Anaheim, San Jose, LA, and Vegas. You don't got anything left against Seattle. You don't got anything left against Calgary, right? The matchups, they're there for the right taking for the Edmonton Oilers this evening. J5, welcome in. And Bill, welcome in as well. As we are just getting ourselves set for tonight's hockey game, obviously recapping as much as we can because we are in full scoreboard watching mode as well, and that is where that Flames Kings game comes together. And obviously too, anytime the Flames are playing somebody above us in the standings, we need the Flames to win. That's kind of an ugly conundrum there for the Edmonton Oilers, is needing the Flames to win, and that could allow them to sneak into the playoffs. But you just go over here and quickly check out the Flames scores and schedule here as you just look here. You look LA, Anaheim, then they play Vegas, San Jose, LA, Canucks. That's their rest of their March, and then April they've got 6 games as well, which Anaheim, Chicago, Winnipeg, Vancouver, Nashville. So here's the thing. I think inadvertently, if the Oilers want to take first place in the Pacific Division, the Calgary Flames will make the playoffs. That's kind of the byproduct of that, as obviously Winnipeg's fallen off quite heavily over the past few weeks, and if they do indeed fall off completely, it will be Calgary taking it, especially if they beat Nashville in that early April hockey game. So there's a lot at stake here for the Edmonton Oilers, and we'll see what ends up coming out of it tonight. Johnny, when you're saying, oh no, it's Campbell, right? Tonight, Jack Campbell, just do your thing, just win us a hockey game. I know it might be ugly, it could be ugly, but as long as Jack Campbell does his thing and wins tonight, I don't have a care in the world. And if Edmonton Oilers go 500 or better, we should take third in the Pacific. Darcy, if we go below 500, if we go, I believe it is 4-8, we should pretty much take, as long as everybody else kind of holds ground, we should take third in the Pacific Division as it sits. That said, if we go 5-7, we're probably concrete in there, and 6-6, you actually have a shot at second in the Pacific if Calgary does everything. There's a whole bunch of math involved. I've been looking at it day in, day out. It's ridiculous. The Oilers are guaranteed the playoffs if they go like 3-9. Quite honestly, I think it's 4-8 or 3-9. You're guaranteed the playoffs at this point, and then obviously everything after that. So we can sit here and play this all together, but it is where we're going to be the rest of the way home. Mr. T, I know nothing is set in stone until puck drop, but do we have any line combinations and matchups for tonight? I can go back over those here in just a second. There we go. Kane, McDavid, Hyman, RNH, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, Fogle, Bukestad, Janmark, Costin, Shore, Ryan. That's your 12 forwards tonight. Nurse, Ceci, Ekholm, Bouchard, Kulak, Desharnais. That's your D pairs, as you would figure out. Campbell is your starter tonight. And secondary, as we get going here to this, I would not say it's Campbell's last chance, because there is some quirks in the Oilers' schedule the rest of the way home here, where they have to play Arizona and Vegas on back-to-back nights. So Jack Campbell will get at least 2 more starts the rest of this season, and he does get this one tonight against the San Jose Sharks. Roger, good evening. Welcome in as we are just getting set for some Oilers hockey right now. We're obviously blitzing along here pretty heavily on the stream, friends. Could be one of those nights that the watch time is a little bit magical. I know we've been having 200-hour streams here as of late, but it's one of those nights that looks like it could be a really, really special night for the old live stream, as we're already up over 11.7 hours watched on the stream. We've been live for 18 and a half minutes, and obviously, too, we're still only a minute away from the hockey game getting underway on Sportsnet. But as we get going, friends, again, just so you know, if I haven't made it very clear enough, Jack Campbell is the starter for the Edmonton Oilers tonight, and that is something we're going to have to monitor all night, because, well, that's obviously, we know how that goes. So we're hoping Jack can come through with a good start, and obviously too, the Oilers can play some steady Eddie defense behind them. But let's see, what else we got? I don't think there's anything else we need to add. Other than EPS. Okay, so it looks like the Edmonton Police, this is a follow-up to my last live stream there, the Dallas game. The EPS have made a traffic advisory at approximately 12 p.m. on Tuesday, March 21st for my friends in Edmonton. A procession will move Constables Ryan and Jordan from the medical examiner's office to the funeral home. The public is encouraged to line the procession route if they wish. So that you can see on the Edmonton Police's Twitter account. Looks like it will go from 707 or 7007 116th Street Northwest all the way down to 53, if I'm reading that right, 11 91st Street Northwest. So you need to know that. All right. As that one is something we need to, obviously, if you're in Edmonton and you have the chance to do it tomorrow, please take your time and do that if you have the chance. All right, back to it. Not to get too heavy here. That was pretty heavy. Gene Principe is now on my television set, so that's also kind of distracted me there from the tone I was trying to set. But Terry, if the Oilers win both games on the back-to-back and Campbell does poorly tonight, Stuart will play both. I don't know. I don't know why you would need Stuart Skinner to beat the Arizona Coyotes. That would be my only thing. I know everyone's down on Jack Campbell this year, but I don't think Jack Campbell's the kind of goalie that would consistently lose to the worst teams in the NHL, if that makes sense. That's what I'm saying. But it's also a little bit incumbent on the Oilers, too, to protect them out there a little bit. You got a goalie that's struggling, shut it down defensively, I guess, what I'd say in argument. And Crystal, how was my March break? I have not had a March break. I don't get a March break. I guess I get a week off when I go up to Cold Lake there to call that tournament. Again, friends, I'll make a lot of reference to that this season. Or this game, sorry, I was reading Jay Woodcroft's quotas, and we're in the wee time of the year, but that's where we're at, Mr. Farrago, and welcome in. So we're just getting set for tonight's hockey game, friends. The broadcast flipping over. We're just on the standings portion of the broadcast. The Oilers have 4 games remaining versus LA and Vegas. You take all of those in regulation, 2-2, so you knock them down to 10 games remaining. And the Oilers, I don't know. I think the Oilers might be able to do something there, but I've been able to think that all season long. All right. We're settling in, friends. We are just about ready for tonight's hockey game. We're just on a commercial break right quick here, and then we should be good to go. Hopefully the Oilers come up and show up with a big effort for A, their goaltender tonight, and B, for the 2 points in the win column. We need those 2 points. I cannot understate how bad the Edmonton Oilers need those 2 points tonight. It's a massive get if the Oilers can find a way to get 2 points and just keep pace in the Pacific. Obviously, Calgary has to do us a strong favor by winning the hockey game and trying to hold down the LA Kings. That one extra day for us, that's kind of going to be the battle, right? We just need the LA Kings and Vegas Golden Knights to lose, but that means other teams are winning, and it's a whole other disaster. Dwayne, welcome in. And Corb, welcome in, as well as thoughts on a potential LA matchup in the first round. Well, that's kind of where we're sitting, right? Whether we, the only way we avoid LA is if we take first place in the Pacific Division. But when it really comes down to it, at the end of the day, is if the Oilers have to play LA again, I think we're just completely fine. And I think anyone we face in the first round, we're completely fine. It's when you get into that second round, you've got some bumps and bruises, right? The exact same thing that happened last year. It's probably not going to work out so well for the Oilers if you're banged up and a little bruised after the first round, and that's exactly what LA is going to try and do to you again this year. They know how they have to get to Leon, and that's kind of what you're going to see what happens, right? Tarsi, as long as the boys don't lose to Vegas or the Kings in regulation, that would be golden. Yeah, as long as we take those 4 games, I think the rest of our playoff fate is pretty much sealed. But as we get going here, we've got our land acknowledgement prior to puck drop, and of course the anthems. It'll be a 2-anthem night tonight, so it's already a 7:30 start plus 2 anthems plus. Stoney, welcome in. He brought the crackers. Well, I'm thinking Mr. Jack Campbell can do something for us tonight. And Patrick, tonight's stream sponsored by Pepsi. Yeah, I thought I'd crush off a Pepsi before starting the live stream, and somehow I'm still sipping on the dang thing. But you can rest assured, I've got my Train water bottle here, ready to go for tonight's hockey game. As we get going here as well. If I got anything here, just reading Jack's comments. Sucks so much when the Oilers farm team is, and I love the Oilers. Try to watch the game and blackout on ESPN. Yeah, I heard that from Ryan Holt, the Condors play-by-play guy, that in fact, when the Oilers play the San Jose Sharks, the blackouts for ESPN Plus, I believe it is, which is a subscription you can pay for in the States, kind of like Sportsnet now to watch the Oilers, they actually black out the Oilers game because they are playing the San Jose Sharks, and the San Jose Sharks are 4.5 hours away from Bakersfield, so that's supposed to be regional, I guess. I don't know. As Terry, welcome in. And Dakota, welcome in as well as we get things rolling and rocking. It looks like we've got a couple of regulars on the bench for the San Jose Sharks for tonight's matchup, and then we should be ready to rock and roll as the Sharks, I mean, you don't even recognize many of them nowadays. Who are those guys? Couldn't tell you. Grandpa and a little one there in the stands tonight as Rob Clark is, I think it's Rob Clark, butchering it tonight, sings our national anthem for us. And now, oh Canada, we get going here, friends. Sorry, it's been a long haul. This 26 and a half minutes, 26 and a half minutes of live stream. Like I said, this is going to be a long night. Starting at 7:30, it's already been a long day. A lot of number crunching at work today, looking at stuff and trying to go over numbers that, numbers get away from you if you don't look at them. And that's kind of what today was all about, but that's where we're at today. Is my brain's already fried, and we're going to try and call a hockey game from 7:30 until about midnight, it seems like. And we'll see what ends up happening. And Patrick needs the bubbly contract. Ooh, there we go. I've had one bubbly in my life, and that was not a pleasurable experience. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was it was not a good time. I think it was also a little too warm to be drank. I think those kind of drinks are meant to be drank cold, if I'm not mistaken. But Rob Clark singing our national anthem, finishing it out here. And we are set for the Oilers and the San Jose Sharks. A 7:40 puck drop, friends, between the two Pacific Division foes who will try and get this going, because it's going to be a tough hockey game for the Oilers tonight, obviously with Jack Campbell in net, and secondary, the pressure that comes with that because of, that goalie is a little weak, and you have to protect him. So this is where we find James Reimer in net for the San Jose Sharks. He is 10-17-7 on the year, 326 goals against average, 895 save percentage, 2 shutouts on the year. This is the funniest thing in the NHL to me, is our goalies don't have shutouts. All these other struggling goalies have shutouts, and somehow their numbers still suck. Go figure. Jack Campbell, 882 though. He needs a big effort. Here's Evander Kane on the wing with Kevin LeBlanc, and Erik Karlsson's out back. Here we go. Let's get it going as the Oilers puck drop is down. Evan Bouchard plays the puck ahead, immediately turns it over. And this one will be gifted into the Oilers zone by the San Jose Sharks for a rim by Matthias Ekholm, though. A quick turnover by the San Jose Sharks. First shot, first save for Jack Campbell. Reversed in front. Nobody knew where that puck was, including the San Jose Sharks. Shot in down low from the blue line, and now along the far side boards, the Oilers are able to corral it. They'll get it ahead to Evander Kane, who plays it there for a brief moment, and now allows Zach Hyman to pick the puck up, and then Kane rips it down into the territory there as the San Jose Sharks are forced in their own zone to retrieve the puck in behind the net, as this one goes around again behind the net. Andreas Janssen, Logan Couture, Kevin LeBlanc look to be the top line for the San Jose Sharks as they look to break out of their zone. They can't. Cut off there, and now speeding back the other way is Nugent Hopkins, dropping for Leon Draisaitl. One-timer across. What a save there on the one-timer there from Reimer and Yamamoto, but that one will come back the other way for the Sharks, who will just slide around Cody Ceci And now cut back to the backhand along the boards. I think that's Barabanov. He'll get it to the far side. The shot comes in and goes back of the net. Just like that, as Tomas Hertl scores the first goal of the game less than a minute and a half in. Just a minute 14 in on the second shot of the game for the San Jose Sharks. And this one right here, good chance for the Oilers. Fires it on the one-timer. Great save there on that one. And then all of a sudden back the other way. This one, Barabanov cuts around Nugent Hopkins, feeds right in front, and then he just rips it off. I think that might have... No, that didn't go off of the stick of Cody Ceci. But it looks like the Oilers will challenge for offside. Tomas Hertl's current 20th goal this season. So we'll see what ends up coming here from it. But this is not a good start for the Oilers. If this is indeed the start for the Oilers, if it's waved off, that's an even better start for the Oilers, to be honest with you. But friends, as we go through this challenge, good evening. Welcome to Dolynny TV. If you have just tuned into the channel, my pleasure to have you along. I'm Tyson as we get set for, obviously, the Oilers and Sharks to do battle for 60-plus minutes. And obviously right now the Sharks have a 1-0 lead pending a coach's challenge between the linesman and Jay Woodcroft. And we'll see what comes of it as this one is flipped there by Barabanov. And, oh, is this that Connor McDavid situation? It is that Connor McDavid situation. Look at that. Barabanov off entirely, had possession of the puck. I would say that is a no goal. I am seeing those indications in the chat there from Sam and Gillis TV. So we'll see what the indication is. But Jack Campbell looks like he knows what the verdict is going to be. So he's settling back into his crease here. And there's the referee to give the call as upon video review. Boom. Play is offside. And the Oilers survive. The second shot of the game going in on Jack Campbell. So do they take the shot away from the San Jose Sharks, right? That was shot number 2. So Barabanov is completely offside there. And that will allow us to reset. Jay Woodcroft can't believe that he already had to pull out the coach's challenge right away. But the Oilers are able to get the 1-0 lead erased for the San Jose Sharks. We're back to a 0-0 hockey game just like that. And obviously the Sharks should lose that shot on goal too. But this one's played around the boards. And now we're going to look at the Oilers line combinations here as the shot comes towards off the post in the Oilers zone. Jack Campbell beat cleanly again, but it hits iron this time. And the Oilers will come back the other way. Cody Ceci still out there, as this one might be a rough one there. If Jack Campbell's going to be letting ones ring off the bar that nicely, as this one will come back as Philip Broberg is out there for the Oilers. So the Oilers elected to go 11-7, I guess. I don't know. Evan Bouchard, Brett Kulak, Philip Broberg. So Vinny Desharnais did not end up dressing for the Oilers tonight. Instead, it's Broberg. So I guess Daniel Nugent-Bowman had his wires crossed. My apologies to begin this hockey game, as I had an omission in my lineup notes. I guess you could say the Sharks running the Oilers around in the defensive zone here. Puck comes to Jack Campbell. He pounces on it. Shot number 2 of the game this time is saved. So just like that, you've got a stoppage in play. And the Oilers are off and running back in a simple 0-0 game after that one was just rung off the post there by the San Jose Sharks. And just to give you guys an idea here too of what we've already done, just a quick calculation if I can. Bang, we're already up to 32.76 hours watched on the stream. We're 33 minutes into the stream, so thank you for hanging out with me this evening. Really appreciate you spending your Monday night with me. It's game 1 of 3 as the Sharks walk down the aisle, and Jack Campbell denies him with the blocker, but it'll be a hooking call against the Edmonton Oilers. So Jack Campbell able to make the save, but it was a big one there. Let's look at this. This is going to be a hooking call against who? It's the trailer man, Evander Kane, taking the penalty, but Jack Campbell able to make the save on the hooking call there, as this one will go across. And the Oilers will be able to play this one back to the point for Erik Karlsson, who speeds around the zone. He goes far side. And again, the Oilers clamp on that puck just quickly and are able to erase that play into the boards. And then a nice play by Nugent Hopkins gets Darnell Nurse to send it down the length of the ice for a clear. 0 for 10 in the last 4 road games are the San Jose Sharks on the power play. This one will be played back there for the Sharks, where Karlsson leads ahead. Across the line, Tomas Hertl gets that puck going. Derek Ryan's hauled down, but no penalty upcoming. The Oilers bang it off the boards down the length of the ice. And that is going to be 1:17 left in the power play as the Sharks regroup in their own zone. Logan Couture speeds out from behind his own net. The Oilers penalty kill 21 of 28 in the last 8 games. That one shot off an Oilers skate. This one's not going to work here. This one will go for the Sharks back to the near side blue line. Sharks will spin around and play it down deep. That one doesn't get as deep as I anticipated it would. And here's Connor McDavid trying to poke this one free. He's got it. Sorry, that's Warren Fogle poking it there. And he's able to send it down the length of the ice to Erik Karlsson, who once again regroups in behind the Sharks net. Skates out. He'll play it on back to Barabanov, I believe. And now here's a chance for the Sharks to speed up the sideboards. A nice seal off there by Matthias Ekholm. And the Oilers have got to get things going along the end wall now in that far side corner. Connor McDavid's out there trying to kill the last 30 seconds of this penalty and maybe speed away with a shorthanded goal. Sharks in behind the Oilers net. They'll set up the attack. Back to the high point. Now dished off to the near side circle. Shot fired towards the net. Never hit Jack Campbell. Goes into the near side corner. Left wing getting some work. Now the one-timer from the far side. Jack Campbell denies or it misses wide. And the Oilers are able to retrieve it and fire it out of the zone, maybe almost off the skates of a Sharks player for too many men. But we're back to even strength, and the Sharks miss an opportunity there. They get the first goal of the game. It gets erased on an offside challenge, and then they get a power play just moments later and couldn't capitalize in. So that is where we sit after the first 5-ish minutes of this hockey game. Is the Sharks and Oilers still scoreless? The Oilers able to fire it down the ice. And Augustino, 9 points in 47 career games. That's a name we haven't heard in a couple of years. 15 minutes to go here in this first period officially. We're 5 minutes in. The shots are 4-3 between the Sharks and the Oilers. As the Oilers looking to find their legs and find that next gear in the game, right? They're just warming up the engines here. This puck's flipped high and up and out of play into the Sharks zone. So we'll have a stoppage in play. As that is where we're at. The Oilers just haven't gotten into gear as of yet in this hockey game, but we're just about there. As eventually we'll get going and we'll be just fine. As that shot there that I was saying, I'm not sure if Jack Campbell got a piece of or was fired wide, actually went up over top of the net. Matt Benning got away with a little bit of an interference there on Zach Hyman a moment ago. And this one's going to go around behind the boards as the Oilers continue to play this one up and out of the zone. Devon Shore able to lead ahead for Darnell Nurse. He'll sift off the shot coming in from Klim Kostin, and James Reimer, equal to the task, makes the save for his 4th of the night. And the Oilers now even up the Sharks in terms of shots for and shots against. 4-4 apiece with 14:22 to go. And look at this, Darnell Nurse leading the attack and then setting the screen, and then the shot comes from Klim Kostin. First multi-goal game with the Oilers back on December 30th versus the Seattle Kraken. That was a phenomenal night, spending the evening out in the backyard in Crossfield, hanging out around the fire. My friend's parents were in town for the holidays. They were watching the game on TV. Go in the house to grab another, at that time, a Ruby Red Squirt. Oh my goodness, there's a goal for Jack Campbell. Barabanov does get the goal this time. On the rebound kick from Jack Campbell, Barabanov fires the puck home, and it is officially 1-0 for the San Jose Sharks with 14:10 to go in the first period. Barabanov absolutely jumps on. As that was just a developing play there from the San Jose Sharks. They get a shot from the outside, bounced off of Jack Campbell, and I don't even know if there's really anything to say defensively or goaltending wise. That's just an unfortunate kind of situation where the puck lands right on the player's stick and he fires it home and makes the best of it. So there you go. That's a 1-0 lead officially officially for the San Jose Sharks. Hurdle and Vlasic get the assists, and this is where we find it. As the Oilers go in behind the net, they're looking for this puck in the Sharks zone. Bouchard fires it over to Ekholm. He'll go on down to Leon Draisaitl. Yamamoto will play it there. 14 wins after the opponents score first this season for the Oilers. Sharks again cross into the Oilers zone. Evan Bouchard able to come up with his puck, and he'll skate around it. And here comes Leon Draisaitl back the other way. He plays it to the middle. Nice play by Nugent Hopkins. Dished back in front by Ekholm to Draisaitl. Couldn't finish. But a nice little nifty play there by Ekholm to get it back in front as Yamamoto fires it around the boards. Draisaitl back to the high point. Now across to Bouchard on the near side boards as Matthias Ekholm plays this puck over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl will duck down, and here's the first Oilers pressure of the game as Reimer will just seal that off with the stick and stop that puck there. But this is looking like the Oilers might be in a little bit of trouble early on here. Obviously, down by one, I'm not going to discredit their opportunity to get back into this hockey game, but obviously not the start you would like to see if you're an Oilers fan. So friends, that is where we take our first TV timeout of tonight's action. If you're new to the channel, what I want you to do is consider hitting that subscribe button here on the channel and stay in tune for a lot more Oilers action coming, and of course a lot more hockey action coming next week live from Cold Lake. But secondary too, if you're in the stream and you're looking for something to do, if you haven't hit that like button on Dolynny TV's live stream tonight, maybe that's a good idea to do. I'd love to allow everybody to find us tonight and get the play-by-play call of the San Jose Sharks game. I know there's a bunch of Oilers fans down in Bakersfield, California, and to those of you tuning in from Bakersfield tonight, I know we've got at least one or two folks tuning in from Bakersfield, but to those of you tuning in from Bakersfield, because tonight's game is blacked out on the ESPN Plus app, hey, I'm glad to have you aboard for tonight's game, and I'm really glad you chose me to at least stay a bit closer to the hockey game this evening. But again, as we're getting going, if you haven't hit that like button, that would be my one thing right there. And as we get rocking here, what do we got? We're just getting going. Connor, welcome in. Peter, welcome in. Owen, I don't think I got you earlier on, so welcome in. And Vujnennikov, welcome in as well. Tim, good evening to you, sir. Brian, good evening. And Flipperdo, I haven't caught you at all yet as well, so that's where we're sitting right now. And let's get this going. Homelander coming up with a quick message in there that we will have to stay tuned for here in a second. The thing is, if you're watching me, I am a little bit delayed. JK, welcome in as well, as I am a little delayed. The Oilers will start the process here for this face-off win. SK, welcome in as well. Matthias Janmark scrambles up the face-off. Bjugstad gets it back to Kulak. The shot comes in on net, blocked in front by a Sharks player. This one's going to be flipped into the neutral zone by the Sharks, picked up there by Philip Broberg. It'll be fired in around the boards, and this one, oh my goodness, you guys are going to tell me I'm really delayed. Is nice play by Warren Foegele over to Nick Bjugstad. Friends, you can count it. It is a 1-1 hockey game. Nick Bjugstad scores backdoor on a beauty pass by Warren Foegele. 12:52 into the first period, and that's what you got to say. Is I was not going to discount the Oilers' ability to get back into this hockey game, and Philip Broberg makes an absolute beauty of a play on that one to get it to the wide boards, and then a couple nice feeds from the wall to Foegele in the middle to Nick Bjugstad backdoor, and the Oilers are able to pot the first goal of the game for them and put us tied with a 1-1 score with the San Jose Sharks here in this game. So I like to see it here, as this one's huge for the Oilers. Nick Bjugstad's 16th goal this season. Obviously, he's like 4th or 5th in team scoring, but hasn't scored all 30 with the Oilers, so I made that clerical error there in the other game. Foegele and Janmark get the assists, but the Oilers back even with the San Jose Sharks. And I mean, that last shift before the TV timeout, they had life, and then they send the fourth line out and they get the job done. And a big assist right there to Philip Broberg, inserted into tonight's lineup over Vinny Desharnais. And Philip Broberg comes up with a big play to rim that puck around to the free man Janmark, who wins the battle, gets it going, and the Oilers able to get that job done as they dump it in deep into the Sharks zone. The Sharks will flip it out back to Connor McDavid. McDavid's going to see the D-man there, play it back high into the Sharks zone. Sharks bang it off the boards, come around to the near side. And they're going to try and come around the boards here and play a huge momentum swing for the Oilers here if they can keep possession of the puck long enough to get back into the Sharks zone and maybe pound in a second goal. This one's going to come across the blue line. Here's Connor McDavid skating towards the net. He thought about shimmy shaking towards the net but couldn't get it going. Now here's Evander Kane. He's taken down, and that will be a penalty against the San Jose Sharks. The Sharks are absolutely furious that that's a penalty. But the Oilers will go to the power play, and Homelander, tonight I'll be watching your chats like no tomorrow because you are on it tonight, way ahead of the game and allowing me to really get a rhythm going with the play-by-play. But Tomas Hertl will go to the box, and this tripping or a cross-check like Louis DeBrusque just mentioned. Let's see what's going on here with that one. Is this one, they're not going to play the replay, it's just frozen on my screen, so they never indeed played the replay. That's kind of a failure. Tripping call against the San Jose Sharks. That allows the Oilers power play to get to work down low, and we're just looking for a Homelander comment, but that's going to be Connor McDavid swatting it on net. James Reimer makes the save. The Sharks penalty kill is ranked 82.5%, so it's still a pretty good penalty kill, ranked 6th in the NHL this season, so that's pretty incredible. As this one will go for a face-off to the left of Reimer, as Draisaitl will wave out of the face-off. Here comes Connor McDavid into the face-off dot, and this one back to the blue line. Evan Bouchard across over. Draisaitl pounds the shot on. Oh my goodness, what a tip! But I thought that had gone in. Instead, it's a big save for the Sharks, who are now all of a sudden under pressure from the league's #1 power play, 10 for 32 in our last 8 home games. The Oilers clipping just about that 30% pace over the last 8 home games, you guess I could say. And there's no offside. The Sharks thought there was, so the Oilers going to be dangerous. Maybe this one waved off if they score. Oilers, Connor McDavid back over, chance in front. Zach Hyman. We'll see that one covered up by James Reimer. And we'll have a stoppage in play here on this power play. And look at that. Shot right there from Draisaitl. Just about found the short side. And 10:47 to go here. The top power play unit stays out. Draisaitl will take this face-off this time. Sharks penalty kill has killed 24 out of 26 of the last 6 road games, I believe it is. As the Oilers get it back to the blue line. Here's Evan Bouchard across to Connor McDavid. McDavid in front to Hyman, and Hyman sees it deflect off him, and the Oilers take a 2-1 lead on the goal from Zach Hyman on the power play, and just like that, you like to see it. The Oilers get it going here early on in this hockey game. 10:39 to go in this first period. You go from a blunder by Jack Campbell to allow a rebound and a one-timer to go through him, but look at this one off of Zach Hyman. He stays out of the blue paint. It bounces around a couple of times and ends up in the back of the net. And that one, a tip there by Leon Draisaitl, who just had to get a piece of that one, and then all of a sudden it just takes the funniest hop off of Hyman and goes back door. As this one, Hyman's all over the blue paint. Does he actually make interfering contact with James Reimer? That will be a question here. And David Quinn's asking that one. And they are going to challenge goaltender interference or the Sharks. So we've got the goaltender's blue paint is the question here. As Connor McDavid does get an assist if this goal counts. It will be McDavid and Draisaitl feeding Hyman for his 31st of the season should this one stand. However, as it currently sits for Hyman, it may indeed be another one of those goals called off. And really all he does is try to shoot that puck, and then it ends up in the back of the net. So we'll wait to see. Oh, right there, just after it bounces off of Reimer, he hits him in the pads with the stick and kind of in the blocker area. And this one's a tough one there for the Oilers, especially because Zach Hyman is all in the blue paint. So that's where we're going to be at. And obviously I love to give away the secrets here that I've got in the chat. If you're in the chat, you'd know this already. But for the Oilers, this one is not going to count. Zach Hyman's goal waved off here due to goaltender interference. And upon video review, goaltender was not able to do his job. And Zach Hyman will jump back over the boards, friends. As Zach Hyman will jump the boards and get back out there on the power play. At least here's the thing. Either way, the Oilers were going to be on the power play. That's the stupidest part about that coach's challenge, is whether it be the Oilers scoring that goal by Zach Hyman, they would have been on a 2-minute power play, or getting back out there on this power play as Tomas Hertl goes back to the box. I am having a hard time with the old English today, let me tell you. But the Oilers have 1:08 to go on the power play, and it is a 1-1 hockey game. As here comes Connor McDavid over to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl will go back to Evan Bouchard. McDavid back to Bouchard. Over to Nuge, back down low to Hyman. It's stuffed up there, and it will be stopped by James Reimer. And give me a second here. Sorry, just got a little Pepsi stuck in the throat there, but the Oilers getting rocking here on this power play. They've now got 10 shots in the hockey game, so we're doing something right, I guess you could say, and obviously 2 now for the Oilers. If they can go out there and crush off the rest of this power play, we'll be good to go. Power play over, so that we don't like hearing that from Homelander, but we got about 41 seconds to go here on this power play here on my screen tonight, as Warren Fogle will fire it around the boards and allow that for Darnell Nurse to pick that puck up. Weird hop in front allows the San Jose Sharks to clear the puck, and this will come all the way down to Jack Campbell, who will come out. I almost didn't even think it was Jack Campbell because we've had Stewie in net for however long now. But here's Darnell Nurse across to Matthias Ekholm. Matthias Ekholm tried to fire that one in. It won't go in. And now Darnell Nurse under duress there from one of the Sharks player, Lorentz, as he fires it back behind the Oilers net. Lorentz comes up with this over top of a win against Evander Kane. 2 seconds to go in the power play. That will do it for it. And now the Oilers come back the other way, as this one played there by the Oilers and back out the other way. As Hertl will fire the shot. The save by Jack Campbell. 9:18 to go here in this first period of play. See, I told you guys, my brain is fried after the long day of numbers at work. We're going to have a couple of stumbles, but we'll be fine. I promise you that. We'll get through this game, no problemo. Well, we got about 10 minutes to go here in this first period of play. What do we got to go here? Sorry, scrambled up. The texts and Snapchats are just coming in now, so you know that's always something that distracts me. We're about 11 minutes into this hockey game, which just seems crazy because, friends, we are absolutely blitzing along tonight. If you're new to the channel, what I want you to do is consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. I'll get to the chat in a moment, but I got to keep advertising this because, quite simply, I'm trying to go into Cold Lake, the tournament that I keep talking about. I'm trying to go into Cold Lake with your support at 11,500 subscribers. It would mean the world to me if we could end up doing that, because that would be a big time show of force. That would be up about 3,000 subscribers from where I was about 1 year ago this time. So that would be absolutely magical if we could go into Cold Lake almost 150 or 50% more than I was a year ago. As we also take a moment to calculate the watch time here, friends. Just let me calculate that out. We are already up over 75 hours watched on the stream. So we're going to have a good night, all right? We're going to have a good night here on the stream, and it's going to be a fun one. Again, I do believe there will be a ton of folks Condors fans, Oilers fans alike, tuning in from Bakersfield tonight. Good evening to you if you're tuning in. It's my pleasure to have you along on the stream. Really sucks to hear that you're unable to watch tonight's hockey game due to the blackout down there in the San Jose Sharks region. So thank you for choosing Dolynny TV and making me a part of your hockey night on this fine Monday. As we get going too, folks, if you haven't had a chance to leave a like yet, that would be greatly appreciated. But here's something y'all don't know. We're only 10 minutes and 42 seconds into this hockey game somehow. We've had a power play aside, we've had a goal waved off aside, plus we've had a goal scored each side. And Jack Campbell's made 7 saves on 8 shots. So there you go. That's your summary so far. Warren Foegele comes up with this puck and immediately puts it into the bench. So just like that, we're going to have another stoppage in play. And friends, it's 8:05, and we're not even realistically halfway done the first period because we're going to have a couple more TV timeouts. And you don't get the first TV timeout until about 6 or 7 minutes into the first period. So Nick Bjugstad with the goal for the Edmonton Oilers so far in this one. Obviously a huge goal. Janmark and Foegele with the assist. Philip Broberg plays this one around the boards. He'll jumpstart it to Foegele, who will turn it over, and the shot comes in. Jack Campbell makes the save. No penalty on that one, so we'll come back the other way. And here comes Mr. Brett Kulak, who will ice the puck, and that will be an icing call. So I just want to say here, JK, welcome in. Tough Cuff, welcome in. I think I missed you on the last go-around there. Riley, welcome in as well. Jack, welcome in. And I don't think we've missed anyone else, have we, since we got things going? Flicks, if you're still in here, good evening to you as well as we're getting things going here. We are rocking and rolling along. The Sharks win the face-off. 200th career goal, March 11th versus the Minnesota Wild for Tomas Hertl. I believe Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and Evander Kane with 3-2-1 reverse respectively could all hit 300 goals tonight. That would be Connor needing 3, that'd be Leon Draisaitl needing 2, and Evander Kane needing 1. So if the Oilers want to explode for 7 goals tonight, and those are your last 6 goal scorers combined, we could have some history, the only second time it's ever been done in the NHL. As we're sitting here though, friends, we just have another ad and another save from Mr. Jack Campbell, who's been solid so far since allowing that first goal. Obviously, he was doing not too bad, had 4 saves on 4 shots, let in the next goal, and then all of a sudden, bang, right, he's made some saves again since. Hunter's walking around the concourse there. He's still a sporting number 72 for the Oilers, by the way, so that's very interesting to see for Hunter, but this one's going to be worked by the Oilers out in front of the net. Shot down by them, and they will get all the way down into the Sharks zone, but it will be an icing call against the Oilers defense. So we'll have another stoppage in play, and I can tell you, friends, quite honestly, I will not be live on Wednesday night. I will be tucked in, cozy in bed Wednesday night against the Vegas Golden Knights. I can guarantee you that. I'm not going to screw around. Is it Vegas? I believe it's Vegas. On hold on, let me go to the scoreboard here. I believe it's Vegas on Wednesday, unless it's Arizona, but no, actually it is Arizona, 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday. I'll be tucked in very cozy in bed that night. The Oilers win the face-off here, 7:54 to go here in the first period of play, 10-10 the shots, 1-1 the goals. Pretty even period so far. Even the disallowed goals are the same at 1 apiece. As here we go, this one's going to be worked back by the San Jose Sharks. Sharks will get across the blue line, and the Oilers will seal them off there in the far side corner. 7:34 to go as the clock continues to wind down here finally at last in this first period. The Oilers try to bust out, and here's Evander Kane going to play it around the boards. Cut off there by the Sharks defense, and they'll start back the other way. So that one's going to be just a backhand chip along the boards, which will get its way all the way down to Jack Campbell. It's getting pretty toasty in the basement, by the way. The Oilers just starting out from beyond the net, but the furnace is running, and I've got my electric fireplace here, but oh my goodness, it's getting warm down here. 7:05 to go here in this first period to play. The 5-0-0 last 5 games versus San Jose for the Oilers, a plus 14 goal differential. Sharks enter the Oilers zone. They'll fire it down deep, try to get it past the Oilers defense. Now the Oilers defense instead turns it over, and it goes around behind the Oilers net. Reversed there by Tomas Hertl, who fires the shot. Jack Campbell, though, makes the save, his 10th of the game. And credit where credit is due, Jack Campbell is over a .900 save percentage to start this game. Is that Louis DeBrusque out there on the Oilers ice today in the alumni? I guess that's the Oilers alumni playing some hockey out there at Rogers Place. So Louis DeBrusque got in on the action tonight. And he's down between the benches for today's hockey game. Stuart Skinner, obviously right next to him in the goaltender position on the Oilers bench. And look at this going. And this one's going in a shot for the Oilers towards James Reimer. Couldn't make it on net though, and it will be a scramble along the near side boards where the Oilers will see this one now fired around the far side, and the Sharks continue to work this puck here. And this one will go back the other way as LeBlanc plays it back, and the Sharks have it within their own zone after that little bit of a scramble around the boards a few seconds ago. This one shot width of the ice, as the Oilers weren't able to get that one into possession. They saw a chance for the Sharks, turned back, goes back all the way into the Sharks territory, and this is picked up there for the Sharks where they will again try and charge it out with 5:50 to go. This has been an energetic first period at times, but also a very, very sleepy first period for the Oilers so far in the San Jose Sharks. So we're looking for a little bit more lively action here going down the stretch with about 5.5 minutes to go. It looks like my live stream's fallen behind by about 7 minutes myself. 5:30 to go here in this first period. Brett Kulak will turn this one around behind the Oilers blue line. He'll fire it down deep. This one will not be an icing call. 5:20 to go here in this first period as the Oilers again just kind of content to get it in deep. And I don't know why they aren't trying to push the pace a little bit here. Cody Ceci battles for a puck. That allows the Oilers to come up with it, but they actually miss going in the corner with it, and instead Warren Fogel's able to start away after the Oilers finally got to that puck. Here comes Connor McDavid off the dump. He'll come around the boards to Cody Ceci, who's able to keep the puck for the brief moment before the Sharks flip it out to the Oilers defense covering guy, which is Evander Kane. Then the Oilers flip up on the puck, did Darnell Nurse, and enough to get it into the Sharks zone. The Sharks will fire this one back the other way. Cody Ceci able to come up with it there. The Oilers back the other way. Zach Hyman now with the puck. He'll try and play this one down low. Instead, it'll be flipped out by the Sharks. And I mean, this is what we're seeing here. The Sharks and Oilers going back and forth, back and forth. LeBlanc gets the turnover from the Oilers. This one blocked in front. Bounces to the near side boards out of the Oilers zone. Sharks have the puck. Oilers have the puck, and nobody really is doing much anything with the puck here. Going back and forth and back and forth. And this is about the time even Jack Michaels and Louis DeBrusque just start saying different stuff, because there ain't much happening here over the past 2 minutes. And it looks like the Oilers have taken a penalty though. So that's what you need to know right now. The Oilers will head to the penalty kill as soon as Devon Shore touches that puck. 3:51 to go in the first period, and the play is blown dead. So that's where we're at, friends, is a very quiet first period. And a tripping call there against Kane. So Kane has 2 penalties to begin this hockey game for the Oilers. And Eric, you're saying the cat wants up. I'll tell you, cat's just somehow lost around in the basement somewhere. He ends up going behind. He ends up going behind the furnace all the time. And when he gets behind the furnace, it gets dark back there, and he forgets where he is and kind of starts freaking out a little bit. That's kind of the situation. But Amanda, welcome in. Brian, welcome in. And Epiphany, good evening to you, my friend. Glad to have you aboard. So glad to also give you a little bit of a distraction tonight as we're getting going here. And all right, what do we got? Anything really interesting? You guys are kind of just chatting amongst yourselves tonight in the chat, really making my job easy. Homielander's keeping me up to date with what's happening in the game before it happens on my screen, so that I can give you the best call possible. And yeah, I know it's been a rough period, but obviously too, you know what, if you're going to ping pong it back and forth, neutral zone, offensive zone, defensive zone, neutral zone, offensive, back and forth, I guess really nothing to complain about if the goals aren't piling up against. There's plenty of time to win this hockey game. The Oilers can do it in a span of 2.5 minutes. So I guess that's where I really shouldn't complain too much, but there is something to be said for obviously the Oilers going out and earning this victory as opposed to just sitting around and waiting for it to happen. An update on the watch time, my friends, to give you an idea here as we get going. 4.2 divided by 60, 89.88 hours watched here, just solidly through the first period of play. We're just about done here. We'll have a Sharks power play, and then that will pretty much do it for this first period with $1:51 to go. After this power play expires, the Sharks win the face-off. They'll get it across the rink to the far side in the Oilers zone. 0 for 1, no shots for the Sharks power play in that first attempt earlier in this first period, as this one will go Logan Couture back to the blue line. 15.9% on the road. The shot in. Jack Campbell the save, his 11th of the game. So Jack Campbell, like Corb's saying, hopefully he's settling in. Jack Campbell is settling in, and obviously too, this game might not have been so boring had the 2 goals not been waved off. Obviously the Oilers could have had a potential could have been 2-0 for the Sharks, and then maybe 2-0 for the Oilers. You don't know how anything breaks down from there, but you get where I'm going. Is that's going to be a nice cutoff there by Leon Draisaitl, back the other way, a 2-on-1, and that is a big save there for the Sharks, who will play it off. 13 shorthanded goals for the Oilers, most in the NHL. There was a time, once upon a time, the Oilers were always bottom in the league in that statistic, it seemed. Whether that's true or not, who knows, but Thomas Hertl will go to the far side, and that was a big time stop for the Sharks, who weren't in a position to give up a shorthanded goal, and this one will be fired all the way the length of the ice down to the Sharks net. Yet again, Reimer will play it back behind the net. 2:45 to go in this first period. The Sharks have not gotten the better of the chances on the power play, and there's only really been 2 chances, so that's saying something right there. This one's going back the other way again. Another turnover. Here's Warren Foegele dancing to the middle. He'll fire a shot. It's blocked in front. 38 seconds remain in the Sharks power play. They're trying their best to get this going, and this one will be played back to Martin Kaut, who will look to play this puck, obviously, after the trade from Colorado. And this one will go back around behind the Sharks' offensive net there, and the Oilers are able to come up with it as Jack Campbell just watched on as the Oilers flipped that one out of the zone down the length of the ice. 14 seconds to go in the power play for the San Jose Sharks. The Oilers have done a good job killing it off so far. As we will have 5 seconds, Jack Campbell with glove save. 2 seconds remain on the power play, and that will be the end. As that will go there. As Jeffrey, back in the 80s, yeah, I can imagine with the weapons we had in the 80s for the Oilers team, we probably did not too bad in all situations, to be honest with you. The Oilers will get off the penalty kill. Sharks dancing around looking for a shot. Shot comes, and Jack Campbell sees it whistle wide of the net. $1:40 to remaining here in this first period of play. 12-11 the shots. Benning's shot was worth 92.8 miles an hour of puck. And that's a heck of a shot there from former Oiler Matt Benning. This one's going to be flipped back into the middle of the ice here and chipped in by the San Jose Sharks. Jack Campbell comes out to play it. He'll reverse it around to Matthias Ekholm, who will look to play it ahead. Nice gut play by Kyler Yamamoto to get back into the zone for Leon Draisaitl cutting up. And he was able to go length of the ice, but not able to do anything with it. Cody Ceci cuts it off at the blue line, fires it up over top of the net. Leon Draisaitl comes up with his puck, though. It's a smart little dump in, and we've got 59 seconds remaining here in this first period, as that's going to be a nice seal off by Darnell Nurse, who will go around to Cody Ceci to the near side boards, and now Yamamoto trying to come up with that puck. He isn't able to work his man over, and Nugent Hopkins will chip it up off the boards and up and out of play. So there you go. Oilers doing their thing here. They're being outshot in a 1-1 game, 13-11, with 30 seconds remaining here in this first period of play. Tomas Hertl comes to the near side. He'll fire it around behind the Oilers net. Darnell Nurse checking his man there and caught. Caught goes down, and the hurdle comes up with the puck. Fired towards the net. Nice seal off by Cece to see it go off his skates. And now the Sharks come up with one last chance towards the net here if they come up with this puck. 10, 9, 8, 7. Darnell Nurse doesn't know where the puck is. He's able to kill the time on the clock, though. Oilers flip it down the length of the ice. This one will jump right to Reimer, and the Oilers see it come all the way down where Pouliot gave a little bit of a shot towards Connor McDavid at the end of the period. But overall, a boring, tedious, light effort first period from both teams. And that's about all, as that Matt Benning shot actually glanced off the post is where it went, as Jack Campbell sees it go all the way off the outside of the post. So that's what you need to know after one period of play, friends. It was a long period of play. Just to say, as we've been live for about an hour and 10 minutes, and we're only done the first period of play. That's a tough first period of play to watch. Obviously, the Oilers giving up those 2 goals, one thankfully wiped off the board, but it was a long first period of the Oilers not really doing much of substance, and thankfully we come out tied 1-1. So we'll be glad for that, and obviously take our best parts about it when we are where we are after one period of play. I wouldn't say the San Jose Sharks necessarily outplayed the Oilers, because it's like San Jose did not go out there and get that first period either. That I will say that San Jose was not hungry to the puck and doing a whole bunch of things. Like, we were pretty much dead even out there. Yeah, I guess they had a couple of posts, but it was just really, really not a good period of hockey. Referees, I guess you could say, kind of stepped in and called a couple of penalties that maybe realistically didn't change much in the Oilers, but yeah, maybe the scary part is the San Jose Sharks are just hoping to lull the Oilers to sleep, Jeffrey. But again, I'm not too worried. If we were down 3-1 after the first or down 3-1 after the second in this the way we were playing, then I'd be concerned. But right now, it's just wake up and start moving your legs, and I think the Oilers blow the Sharks out of the water here in this second period of play. So there's not much to be worried about, friends, but right now I'm just going to throw you to a commercial break right quick, go update that out-of-town scoreboard, and we'll get rolling here in a matter of moments. As if you're still with me, not on a commercial break here from the stream, if you're new to the channel, I want you to consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. I'd be great to have you aboard. Obviously, I'm trying to hit 11,500 by next Friday when we go live from Cold Lake, but we're currently sitting at 11,340. So if you'd be so kind to consider helping out on that last 160 towards that number, that'd be greatly appreciated. But before we get there, Brian, thank you for the dono as well, the first one on the board tonight for the stream, so thank you very much. But as we know, friends, I'm just going to take a quick bio break, and I will be right back with your intermission wrap up here in a matter of time. Just give me a second. Alright, friends, sorry, just had to take a quick bathroom break there, and we're back to the stream as we're good to rock and roll here for the rest of this hockey game tonight, my friends. We are just getting into the first period intermission here where the Oilers and Sharks are tied one apiece right now. Obviously, things are a little interesting right now, you could say. The Oilers really not crushing it here so far for the first period, but hopefully this second period gets things rocking and rolling here in this hockey game because the Oilers need to put their foot down and get the job going. Alexander Barabanov scored the first goal of the game for the Sharks, his 15th of the year. Tomas Hertl from his 37th assist, and Mark-Edward Vlasic picked up assist number 17. Nick Bjugstad, though, answered back. There were two goals kind of in between those times, a little bit after Bjugstad's goal that would have made it 2-1, that were disallowed, but Bjugstad's 16th goal from Warren Fogel's 11th assist. So just flash you back to that January game against the Sharks. 2 months ago, Warren Fogel had his 4th assist of the season against the San Jose Sharks. He now has assist number 11 of the season, and Matthias Janmark picks up assist number 14. Janmark having a heck of a second half of the season. As we get going here, we're just seeing everybody chat amongst them selves right now in the chat, as we're just all right. What do we got? I don't think there's much really to say about that first period. Is there anything really takeable, awayable from this first period? 13-11 the shots for the Sharks, 12-10 the hits for the Oilers, 14-9 the face-offs for the Oilers. So that's actually a really nice thing to see. We'll talk about who had the most face-off wins for the Oilers in a moment. Giveaways are 5-4 for the Sharks. Takeaways are 5-3 for the Sharks. So everything even out there. And obviously, two of the block shots, 2-2. Like, there was not, I mean, low event hockey. That was low event hockey right there, I guess you could say. That's what you got to know. But as we get going here, friends, just to give you an idea of the ice times for the Oilers tonight: Bjugstad 4:16, Bouchard 7:22, Philip Broberg 4:19, Cody Ceci 6:53, Leon Draisaitl 6:02. So again, watch that. Bouchard 7:22, Ekholm 7:46, Ceci's at 6:53, Fogel 4:59. Hyman 6:32, Janmark 4:17, Kane 5:52, Costin 2:10. That's all he got out of that period. Brett Kulak 4:18, Connor McDavid 7:05, Nugent Hopkins 5:33, Darnell Nurse, though, because we've had the penalties against, 8:08. So he's kind of earning that ice time again tonight too. And then Derek Ryan 3:23, Devon Shore 2:20, and Kyler Yamamoto at 4:40. That's where we're sitting. Jack Campbell sitting with a .923 save percentage so far in this hockey game. So he's looking good so far. Had some luck off the post. Goal disallowed. So, hey, you know what? If Jack Campbell wants to come in tonight and rock a .920 plus save percentage for me, I am going to be just fine. Nick Bjugstad having a tough night in the face-off dot so far, operating at 33%. Leon Draisaitl cleaning up at 83.3. So is Connor McDavid. Matthias Janmark's 0 for 2. Nugent Hopkins is 1-0. And then Devon Shore is operating at 50% this evening. So that's what you need to know in the Oilers' first period intermission. There really ain't much to add, other than we'll check in. We'll check in with the chat to see if there is anything here. I don't think there's much, as you guys continue to just chat amongst yourselves. Yeah, no, that's decent, and that is good to see, as we are just going to take a casual intermission here. Here's the thing. There has not been much to talk about this hockey game the full way through the first 20 minutes, and I think to some degree we ended up going out there and having a situation where right now, right, we're sitting there going into this game, you know, the Oilers should clean up and win, but it's Jack Campbell starting, so I really don't want to get my hopes up, and that's it's kind of been the theme of this stream so far. Is it's been a lot quieter in the chat, a lot quieter within the live stream itself, just because we're not sure what this game's going to evolve into as of yet, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it also speaks volumes of what the Oilers have come out and done to begin this hockey game, which is not really sure what that's going to result in. Again, right? We're all around it, yet nowhere right now, and we'll kind of see what comes from that, I guess you could say. But as we're sitting here, friends, just again, quick check of the watch time. We're up over 116 hours, so we continue to blitz along here on the stream. It's been like I will tell you, the numbers I'm seeing on the back end of this stream here tonight used to be a good stream for an entire game. 3 months ago, this would be the great stream of the year, right? This would be, hey, that was a great one for the regular season. Now we got 2 periods of hockey left, and we have a long ways to go in terms of what we're going to be capable of doing this evening for sure. And I really appreciate you tuning in, and especially I want to keep mentioning it because you just never know when someone's tuning in, right? They could tune in midway through the second period and stay for 2 minutes, or they could tune in the first period and stay till the final buzzer in the third. If you're tuning in from Bakersfield tonight, Bakersfield, California, and you haven't said hi in the chat yet, please do. If you're lurking, I appreciate that. And hey, you know what? You can stay lurking. But if you're tuning in from Bakersfield because the game is blacked out regionally on ESPN Plus for you because the San Jose Sharks are 4.5 hours down the road, number one, that is absolutely stupid that blackouts are still a thing in professional sports. But B, for that as well, I'm so glad you chose Dolynny TV to come and hang out with this evening. Glad to have you aboard. I hope you got a sample of the play-by-play. It's been shaky tonight, obviously. Like I said, I'm pretty beat up after a long day at work, and obviously, too, the Oilers didn't give us much to get excited about in that first period. The Zach Hyman power play goal gets waved off the board, so can't even get really excited about that. That was one of those woo peak ups and downs really, really quick. Of course, shout out to Brian, who just at the end of that first period there put money on the board, the first one of the live stream so far this evening. So again, Brian, just appreciate that really, really much, as that's something that I don't think is ever really something I'm going to be able to have the proper words for, which is, I think, probably a good thing in some aspect. But Dean, welcome in as well, as you just joining us for the first time tonight, or I think maybe the second time. Might have seen you in here a little bit earlier and not made mention of it, but we're just blitzing along this evening, having a good one. Oilman, that's the first time you've been in here as far as I remember. But we're sitting here waiting for this second period to get underway. They're talking about Connor McDavid's 5-hole sniping nowadays, as he just kicks and puts it 5-hole against the goalies in the NHL. That seems to be Connor McDavid's patented goal this season. We've seen him score it a couple of times in key situations. Obviously, that Bruins game, you might remember that one. And I'd like to know what John Shannon has that colorful notebook of, as that looks like there's some burgers or something on there. The key to success for Oilers reporters, obviously, is the good food. And that's where we're sitting, friends, right now. It might be a book or something. But yeah, there's not much here really to talk about in this intermission. It was a tough first period for the Oilers, tough first period for the San Jose Sharks, and realistically, I guess both goalies escaped giving up one less goal than they actually did. So, a good period for the goalies, I guess, which is a shock between Reimer and Campbell this season. Both having not great years at all, and luckily and thankfully, Jack Campbell survives with a 923 save percentage here in this first period of play. So we don't mind that, friends. Again, I will remind you just before this second period gets underway, if you're new to the channel, I want you to consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. I've made mention of it several times already in the stream, but if this is something that you're going to get sick of hearing, I apologize. But I'm trying to go up to Cold Lake. I've got a hockey tournament alongside Gillis TV, who you've seen in the chat tonight, and Patrick the Oilers Fanatic, who you've seen in the chat tonight. We're live streaming from Rink 2 in Cold Lake, coverage of a provincial hockey tournament up there at the end of the month, March 31st, April 1st, April 2nd, and I'm trying to hit 11,500 subscribers by then, because that would be to a pin 3,000 subscribers more than I had going into that tournament last year, which was kind of the starting recipe for Dolynny TV coming back into this whole Edmonton Oilers world. So I'd appreciate that. In the secondary too, you see the hair's starting to take some pretty good shape again. I'll tell you, the hair is going to be looking pretty good for that tournament up there in Cold Lake. That's something, when you get me with calling live hockey, I usually dress up, look good, and get going. And this might actually have to be an outfit for that day, because this is looking like a pretty little decent outfit. I picked this up at Foundry in Cross Iron Mills. If you're ever down here south in the Calgary area, I highly recommend, especially if you're a huge flannel fan, or if you know where to find Dixon flannel in Edmonton, I guess I'd say, definitely pick some up, because I love this stuff. It's great, it's perfect, it's comfy for sitting around the house, and it's really stylish as well. I think it's something that I feel comfortable and I feel I look great in. So if I can give you any style tips, Dixon flannel. There we go. That's where we're at. But Gideon, welcome in. Good evening to you. And Roger, what do we got? You can't get a name past Tyson. What? What am I missing there? Yeah, well, Zach, hey, you know what? Jack Campbell's doing his thing so far tonight. 923. If I'm getting 923 out of Jack Campbell, I'm going to be happy. And I think right now we just need to get things solidly set for the Oilers here in this second period. 3 or 4 goals this period. Just light the lamp. Give me something to talk about. Give me something to be excited about in the second intermission. We would be happy with that. That is for sure. And secondary too, Jim, it's a sloppy first period, but not just from us, from the San Jose Sharks as well. You saw that stretch right before that penalty to Evander Kane in the Sharks zone, the second Evander Kane penalty. It was not good hockey from either team. That was bad. And obviously kind of sets the tone for hopefully a better second period out of our Edmonton Oilers, but that much we'll have to wait and see. All right, what do we got? Anything here? Anything here that we can sit and get going? Broberg is in for Desharnais. Yes, that much we know. And let's see if I can just refresh Twitter here to see anything here. Apparently that Japan-Mexico game is hot tonight. Imagine Japan hits back-to-back home runs to win the game. And that would be something, as that it appears to be something going there. As again, Zach Hyman continues to see goals waved off the board. It was Zach Hyman who unfortunately had that goal wiped off the board. And here's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins back in 2015. And of course, oh my goodness, that wedding photo. Dang, I did not know Nugent-Hopkins could clean up that good. And there you go, baby Nuge, August 2023. So Nuge will have a little bundle of joy to get things started for next season. That is going to be fantastic. Sand, welcome in. And obviously we need a big performance out of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins tonight as well. The face-off's down. Connor McDavid's out there with, looks like Hyman and Nugent-Hopkins. As this one's going to go back to Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm's going to be out there, and I would be interested to see how much ice time Evander Kane gets here in this second period, having taken those 2 penalties in the first. Kyler Yamamoto in on the forecheck as the Oilers get to work here 20 seconds into this hockey game. Second period, Matthias Ekholm fires the shot, tipped in front, redirected by Connor McDavid, scrambled in front. Yamamoto through the crease, puts it home. The Oilers lead 2-1 for real this time. And just like that, Kyler Yamamoto finds a puck in the slot with 30 seconds gone in the second period. Makes no mistake, and Yamamoto puts it home for his, well, what is that, 9th goal of the season? So he's all of a sudden getting onto a hot streak. But that one, just an innocent-looking point shot that Yamamoto tipped, and then Reimer completely falls apart in net. And Yamamoto makes no mistake in front of the net to deliver that one home. It'll look like Matthias Ekholm will get an assist on that one unless Nuge touched it. And Yamamoto just pushes it through. So there you go. Yamamoto starting to pile up the points and goals here over the past few games as the Oilers now officially 13 shots into this game, lead 2-1. And you like to see that. The Oilers really coming together. Here is another chance here for Darnell Nurse. He'll rip a shot, save by the Sharks. It'll be kicked all the way down the length of the ice. Kailer Yamamoto's 10th goal of the season. Another double-digit scorer for the Edmonton Oilers. Nuge did get a touch on that puck. His 54th assist. Told you Nuge needed a huge period. And Connor McDavid's 77th point or assist of the year moves him up there for a point again tonight. And this one shot towards the front of the net. Reimer comes out to play the puck. And it looks like all of a sudden he might have landed on his leg awkwardly. Goaltender talking to defenseman, and it is all good. But that is a beautiful point shot there from Matthias Ekholm, to your point, Corb, as then Yamamoto makes no mistake on the dive and flopping goalie. And Joe, so far so good. Well, I would say the Oilers looking decent here in this second period to start. A $1.12 in. Obviously, though, the cautionary tale is we're a $1.12 in. This face-off won by the Sharks. They batted out of the Oilers' zone. And you can see it in my voice. You know what? Bang, right? The Oilers give me something to talk about, and life comes back. This one's going to chop out a play at the Sharks' blue line. The Oilers now the 14-13 shot lead. And the Oilers lead that 2-1 margin. We don't mind that at all. That's a huge get for us, obviously, to score that goal. And now all of a sudden the Oilers just have to kind of capitalize on it from here. But like I said, 3 or 4 goals this period, lead big by the end of 2. And right now we've already built that 1-goal lead. Let's go get 2. Let's go get 3. Let's go get 4. And walk home in the third period if we can shut it down like we're capable of nowadays with Matthias Ekholm. This one reversed in the Sharks' zone. And this one will be carried now by Matthias Janmark into the Oilers' end. He'll dish off to Warren Foegele, who goes over to Brett Kulak. Back to Janmark, who's got speed into the Sharks' end. Dragging around to the forehand wraparound. He dances around where Nick Bjugstad will now pick this puck up. He'll dance around in the Sharks' zone. That one tipped right on there by Foegele. Stopped by Reimer with 18:04 to go in the second period. And a 2-1 lead for the Edmonton Oilers. And suddenly they've got their legs moving here in this second period of play. Look at that strong power skating there by Nick Bjugstad. Nice little just shovel shot there by Warren Foegele on the reception. And the Oilers, all they got to do now is get another goal. They're looking for it. Derek Ryan will take the face off, the fourth line centerman tonight. 18 minutes exactly left here in this second period. And just like that, we've already got a shorter start to the second period than we did the first period, it seems. Jack Campbell out to play this puck to Ekholm. Ekholm will chip off a Shark. Kind of just work it off the Shark into the Shark zone. 17:40 remaining here in this second period as the puck is now played down into the Oilers' end. Bouchard seals his man off. It goes to the far side corner. Sharks able to retrieve, fire it back around the other way, and here's Klim Kostin engaging in contact against Matt Benning. He sees it fired back behind the Oilers' net. Matthias Ekholm works his man over. Devon Shore just skirts that puck out of the zone. 17:18 to go here in this second period of play. And the Oilers will get it going back the other way. And it's going to be a weird period here if the Oilers can't capitalize on that goal. Shot save Jack Campbell, and then it's fired off of Kailer Yamamoto off to behind the net. So a nice little save there from Jack Campbell again. His 14th shot against tonight. Here's Evan Bouchard up in the rush. The Oilers lead across the blue line. They're going to get this one back to the point now. Yamamoto comes in on the attack. Nice play there by McDavid to get it back high to Cody Ceci now, as the Oilers will walk across the blue line again to Ceci. He'll fire the shot, claps it on net, but it goes high and up over top, comes back down low to Connor McDavid. He's going to see this one worked back along the boards, and now with 88.5 seconds to go here in this, 88.5 miles an hour was that Cody Ceci shot. I don't know what I'm looking at. As here's Connor McDavid off the boards. The one-time shot there from Darnell Nurse misses wide as well. And this one will come around all the way down length of the ice into the Oilers zone. Kailer Yamamoto gets it going behind the net. And now another chance here for CC to get it going back the other way. He will flip across the red line and get it into the Sharks' end. Evander Kane reverses around to Zach Hyman, and he's playing with Draisaitl and Hyman now. As Kane comes off the end boards, he continues to drive ahead. So McDavid and Draisaitl switch line mates here. Interesting go there, as this one will be chipped ahead My stream's lost some quality. Pardon me if I lose quality too. But that will be an offside at the Sharks line with 15:35 to go here in this second period of play. Wide open play, and look at this. Erik Karlsson dragging around. Nice save by Jack Campbell. Things coming together, and Hunter's absolutely giving it to Kevin LeBlanc along the boards there. And now, yeah, you know what? Things are coming together here for the Oilers. This period's zipping along. I like to see period zip along. Honestly, give me goals and let the period zip along. That's always a good time. This one reversed around in the Oilers zone again. And this one will finally allow my stream quality to buffer up better again. And we got 15:20 remaining here in the second as the Oilers see the Sharks lead back into their own zone. They'll now get in under the neutral and fire it into the Oilers' end. The first one of the puck there, over skating it was a Shark. The Oilers are 18-5-5 over the last 28 games, a .732 points percentage. That's going to do you some good in the division race, that's for sure. Here's Philip Broberg leaving it there for Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl leads ahead. He's across the Oilers' blue line now into the Sharks' end. Turn back last second. Zach Hyman onside, able to fire it in there. As this one will go 14:40 to go in the second period of play. Played across there by Bjugstad. Shot fired in, and James Reimer will make the save on the deflection by Warren Foegele with the 16th shot of the game. So here's an actual fun fact. Jeffrey actually asked the question about why I do the headphone on the right-hand side of my head off of my ear instead of over my ear. I don't listen to the hockey game through my headphones, actually. I listen to it on the TV just because when I do need to listen to something, I can. But at the same rate, too, I don't have does not interfere with my brain waves that I have to make play-by-play happen. The old brain doesn't function well enough to have audio coming in my ears and talk at the same time. I'd be just pretty much repeating everything Jack Michaels and Louis DeBrusque said. So that's how I do it. I just leave this ear open for listening to the TV, and I just have this one so it sits on my head pretty much. So there you go. That's the mystery solved for those of you sitting back at home. But Sharks get a turnover in the Oilers zone to the slot. Shot fire scores. 2-2. Ooh. That one was ugly. The Oilers give that up, and Erik Karlsson gets point number 86 of the year. And look at this one. Comes around off the boards. Comes off, and Bjugstad plays this one off the boards. Nice play there by Erik Karlsson to collect that puck. And there's a lot of things wrong with that play right there. Erik Karlsson dancing around, two defensemen standing still. Jack Campbell getting beat in the half standing up. Oh, wait a minute. Is there... I thought he hit Logan Couture in front, but I guess not. And yeah, that's what I was going to say. There has got to be a goaltender interference there. Couture came across, and we've already had two successful coaches' challenges in this game. But just watch this one again. Yeah, there we go. Challenge again. As yeah, it's interesting. But Jeff, welcome in. As you just watch this one, coach's challenges. Watch this. Logan Couture comes across the crease and gets right into Jack Campbell's way, right there on that shot, and then it goes through Jack Campbell. The question is Logan Couture in the blue paint? And he is, as Jack Campbell tries to balance himself for the shot. So now is it Jack Campbell initiating the contact, or is it Logan Couture being in the blue paint that caused the issue with the positioning? So that's going to be the interesting situation here. But yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, I did pick that up. Yeah, this is okay, Jim. That's you know what? This is going to be an interesting call. I think the refs have to make the right call here. I think just because you've called the first one off, I think this would be a no goal. But again, the Oilers get screwed usually in the goalie interference department. Jack Campbell just did not look at all right for that shot, and I guess that would be why. Yeah, that would be interested there. So let's see what happens here. But now this would be the third disallowed goal of the game. These two young ladies at this Oilers game look about as impressed with this game as it could possibly be. As there we go. Referee comes out to play this, and yep, there was goaltender interference, so no goal. Third disallowed goal of the game. Referees coming up huge for us tonight. Other than the Zach Hyman disallowed goal, I will put that out there. But that is the second disallowed goal for the Oilers tonight. The San Jose Sharks trying to cheat their way into a win by hitting Jack Campbell or being offside or whatever, and the NHL is nailing them tonight, so we'll take it. Hey, you know what? We'll celebrate when we can, and obviously still enjoy a 2-1 lead. Jack's got to be good to be lucky and lucky to be good, right? That's the old saying. So disallowed goals, that's the first time you've ever seen that graphic this season. 2-1 for the Sharks. As here's Connor McDavid back the other way. He fires the shot. Rebound in front. Yamamoto unable to get it off the block shot. Knocking his man down low was Yamamoto, and now Nugent Hopkins back to Yamamoto, who cuts a quick turn behind the net, gets it to Nugent Hopkins. The Oilers to the attack immediately after the disallowed goal, and here's Connor McDavid cutting back around. Nice spin move. He'll cut towards the net, sift on a backhand to Nugent Hopkins, who chops it back to Connor McDavid. McDavid out in front. Yamamoto wasn't stick down for that play. 13:19 to go. Ace, good evening. As this one goes... that one will go back into the Oilers zone. The Sharks with the puck here. Hurdle plays it back to the blue line. The shot saved by Jack Campbell. And that will be save number 15, or shot number 15 of the game. And that will be another stoppage in play. So there you go, friends, as we just get rocking and rolling here. Good evening. Welcome to Dolynny TV. I see we just peaked back up here mid-period. Excuse me, had a Pepsi prior to the game, so a little bit of hiccups and stuff going on here. But good evening, welcome to Dolynny TV. That's probably not the best way to start that off, but glad to have you aboard for tonight's live stream. If you're new to the channel, friends, what I want you to do is consider hitting that subscribe button here on the channel. Why? Because we got a big time event happening up in Cold Lake at the end of the month, and I need your help with it. And the best way for you to help me out is be subscribed and tune into live streams when you get the live stream notification, because I will need each and every single one of you that tunes into these Oilers broadcasts to obviously tune into those, because I would like to wow the socks off of the host committee for a second year in a row, and I know you can pull through for me today. Anyway, that's where we're at with that. Secondary too, if you're regular subscriber here on Dolynny TV, you're in the chat, you haven't hit that like button yet. We're at 63 likes on the stream so far, and I'd love to try and hit 75 before the end of the period. That would be great. And obviously, I know with 136 people, we should be capable of finding 12 likes on the stream somewhere in there. That is for sure. The update on the watch time, friends, just to give you an idea here as we get going here. It's been a good period of Oilers hockey, right? Disallowed goals are always fun, always great. Just to give you an idea, we are at 160 hours on the stream tonight, so we are crushing along. I knew it was going to be a good one based on what we saw early on in the game, but I know it's been a good one now for sure. And just to give you an idea too, where we're sitting, we're at 11,346 subscribers here on Dolynny TV now, so we continue to blitz along, and thank you to everybody who's hit that subscribe button here on the channel today. Really appreciate that, and I hopefully can deliver you some great content the rest of the next 2 weeks prior to that tournament up there in Cold Lake. But no goal. 3 disallowed goals for the San Jose Sharks tonight. And here we go. This one shot there. Saved by Campbell, and here comes Evander Kane back the other way. Zach Hyman will get it going on in the Oilers attack. This one a shot blocked around the zone. Darnell Nurse will play it in behind the net, as that one will go back to the far side as Leon Draisaitl leans into a shot. Rebound opportunity knocks the net off to Zach Hyman, knocking the D-man into the net. So we'll have a stoppage in play with 12:37 to go. Look at that aggressive face-off shot there from the Sharks, and a shot save that I missed from Mr. Jack Campbell, who continues to turn in, after some disallowed goals, a pretty decent performance so far through, with 12:37 to go here. And Jack Campbell, too, a 2-2-0 record, 227 goals against average, and a 922 save percentage in his career against the Sharks. So keep that in mind. Jack Campbell has enjoyed playing the Sharks in his previous 4 games, including a 7-1 win with the Edmonton Oilers. 12:35 to go. Sharks win the face-off. They'll play it around, and now a chance here for the Oilers as Darnell Nurse leans on his man. Hyman across the blue line, drags his man down. He's taken out there, lands on top of him, swims over top of him, gets back up, and away we go. 12:20 to go here in this second period of play. Back the other way, the Oilers get to the aggressive attack. Swallowed air the wrong way. Happens sometimes. But 12:05 to go here in this second period. 16-16 the shots. The Sharks across the Oilers line. The shot comes in. Jack Campbell in denial. And it'll come back the other way for the Oilers. Devon Shore, who will go far side. As Hyman out there on the late end of his shift sees a shot go on the net. And this one will come back the other way as the shot is fired in by the Oilers again. As this one will come to James Reimers. He'll play it in behind the net there for the Sharks. 11:36 to go. Wild Flyers match up here, but a brutal bounce for the Oilers, and this one's going to be batted back of the net there on Jack Campbell. The save made, but the hand-eye coordination puts home a 2-2 goal, and there you go. Just like that, it is indeed 2-2 now for the San Jose Sharks. And that's kind of been the story of this, is you get a disallowed goal, you actually do indeed score the next goal. It seems really weird, but it seems to be the way it's going tonight. And look at this one here. What hand-eye by Steven Lorentz to put that one home, as that was just a shot off of Jack Campbell that just didn't want to bounce out of the crease. And look at this one just right there, and then bing bang back of the net there from Lorentz, as Broberg didn't have enough speed to get to it. That's brilliant. Brilliant hand-eye by Steven Lorentz, though. Look at this. That's an incredible second effort. I will tip my hat to that. I'll be upset at Jack Campbell all I want, but that is an incredible second effort. The Oilers back to the attack here in this 2-2 game. Alguazino gets an assist, his first in a hot while, and Evan Bouchard pounds the puck on net. Oh, dragged to the net, and that is not going to be a penalty against Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. So Nugent-Hopkins had him down and out and couldn't get to the backhand. Here's Connor McDavid cutting through the middle, couldn't get it going, and it seems like the kind of night where Connor McDavid probably has one of those signature goals. Every night seems like one of those nights, but it's been a while since we've had a Connor McDavid poster kind of highlight reel goal, so we'll see what happens here. But Jack Campbell makes the save immediately after giving up the 2-2 goal, his 17th of the game. And I don't know how you don't get a hold on that one. Nice shot pass by Nugent-Hopkins, or from Bouchard to Nugent-Hopkins, and then James Reimer just dives out at Nugent-Hopkins to take him away. I don't know how that goes uncalled, but that is goalie interference a different way, and definitely a weird little checking call there. I guess maybe the referees don't actually have a call in the box, or call in the rule book to actually whistle down James Reimer for that penalty, but I guess it is what it is. This one will be fired over top of the Oilers guys at the blue line. So Jack Campbell forced on the dump in to play this puck again. 10:29 to go as this puck's played there over to Nick Bjugstad, who's speeding in. Warren Foegele tried to feed him, couldn't get it going, and here's Janmark side of the net looking to play it right into the net. And Warren Foegele instead puts it right into the pads of James Reimer, who will just hold up and freeze the puck. So we've had a very interesting 2-2 hockey game. There's actually been a total of 7 goals scored. 3 of them didn't count. 2 and 2 have counted per side. And that's where we're at right now. But yeah, it's been an interesting hockey game so far, and hopefully the Oilers can come out on top. That's what we've been hoping for all game, and hopefully that comes true yet again, as that would be really nice, as this one will come around back behind the net, or from the Oilers back behind the net. Shot comes in, And Fish is upset there as well. 10 minutes to go here in the second period of play. This one's going to be fired down along the boards. Leon Draisaitl able to come up with his puck. Zach Hyman will get it going as he will go back. Shot comes in, hits the man, nails him. And that hurts somebody in front on the shot from Darnell Nurse, but back the other way, Cody Ceci had collapsed. And Erik Karlsson makes no mistake. Backhand, forehand, backhand, tuck. Jack Campbell beat. It's 3-2. And that's how quickly it gets away from the Oilers, just like that. As look at this one here, a nice play there. Darnell Nurse pounds it on net. Johnsson gets to the block, knocks him down, but the Oilers don't transition back the other way, and then Cody Ceci and Darnell Nurse both attack the same guy, and it goes to the back of the net for the San Jose Sharks as Erik Karlsson scores that one. And Evander Kane just couldn't get there on the back check. So Andreas Johnsson can't even walk on his ankle. He's going down the tunnel with the help of 2 trainers. And that means the end of that. So Jack Campbell will see this one played off to Brett Kulak. 21st goal this season for Erik Karlsson. Ties a career high. Here's Nugent Hopkins flying across the blue line. Fires the shot. Rebound not available for Kyler Yamamoto, who then ties his man up along the boards. Is able to get it to Connor McDavid. McDavid's going to backtrack it to the blue line. Brett Kulak looking to fire this shot. He'll get it across to Broberg. Broberg goes to Mr. Yamamoto. The shot there from McDavid. Save for James Reimer, and we'll have a stoppage in play. As that is a tough one there, but Jack Campbell obviously would like a save there. And Steven Lorentz scoring a huge goal to make it 2-2 and then make it possible for Erik Karlsson to score the 3-2 goal. We've 9:04 to go here in the second period. This period was flying along, and now all of a sudden, once again, it's kind of slowed down a little bit here. Just to give you the scoring summary once again, Barabanov scored the goal, his 15th, then Nick Bjugstad his 16th. Kyler Yamamoto scored his 10th, Steven Lorentz scored his 8th, and then Erik Karlsson scored his 21st. And midway through the second period and halfway through the game, it is 3-2 for the San Jose Sharks. That's where we're sitting. And obviously, too, friends, just to give you an idea, right, as you look at all the goal scorers tonight, nobody like Connor McDavid, nobody like a Leon Draisaitl have really taken over this game as of yet. Zach Hyman's not even on the board. So there's a potential still that the Oilers have a lot of good to come. And I'd be really scared if I was the Sharks to take a penalty right about now. So that's all we got to hope for, and obviously with 29 and change left in the hockey game, there's plenty of time, as you say, Mr. Farrakhan, to get back in this hockey game, so we'll see what ends up coming from this. And Epic, to your point, Evander Kane needs to learn how to backcheck. Yeah, that's kind of been a theme in this game. Evander Kane had a lazy backcheck earlier, took a penalty for it, and secondary to that, all of a sudden now beat on that one on Erik Karlsson. Obviously, do you expect both your defensemen to collapse to the left-hand boards? Not exactly, but it is what it is, and it becomes part of it. So Erik Karlsson winning the Vezina Trophy back in the day. And that's where we're at. Let's see here. As we will have the face-off to the right of James Reimer. And Matthias Ekholm will fire this one around to the far side boards. Again, Mr. Bouchard trying to come out and cut that one off. Matthias Ekholm, though, after it squirts out of the zone, he'll be able to come up with the puck. Bouchard over to Draisaitl, now across to Ekholm. That is an offside call. And that will be an 8:45 stoppage in play there for the Oilers with 8:45 to go here in this second period of play. And they are obviously celebrating the great number 4 Bobby Orr's birthday today. won 8 North trophies between 1967 and 1975. And now the face-off for the Oilers. They've got 97 and 29 together with Yamamoto. Yamamoto knocks that puck down. The Oilers able to keep it in. Draisaitl and Yamamoto get to work. Yamamoto down to Draisaitl. Now Draisaitl back to the point. Evan Bouchard claps it on net. Fired off, and now a chance here for the Oilers as Matthias Ekholm's able to keep it in against Cott. That one though, Cott is finally able to get it out, and now Bouchard will pick this puck up, play it across to Draisaitl. Draisaitl across the blue line. He'll get it across to Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm in on net, funnels it, scores! Just like that, Ekholm backhands one through Reimer, and the Oilers are able to get it going. And I'm sorry, we want to blame Jack Campbell for weak goals. That was a bad goal against for James Reimer. That was not a good goal. And you want to crap on Jack Campbell. That's just about as bad of a goal for the Sharks as any of them tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. Watch this one. I mean, credit to Matthias Ekholm for activating, but that's a not great goal against for the Sharks as Draisaitl plows through 3 and then Ekholm collapses through 3 Sharks and Matthias Ekholm scores the big goal. Look at this. He cuts through 1, 2, 3, puts it off the far post. Reimer, I don't know, he's in no man's land in the middle of the net. And Matthias Ekholm scores his 7th goal of the season, and he's been having a heck of a start to his Oilers career. 61st assist for Leon Draisaitl, and Evan Bouchard picks up another point, continues to be point per game against everybody in the NHL since Tyson Barrie was traded. And this one will go back, and the Oilers in their own zone, able to fire it up off the boards. And this one will come all the way down into the Sharks' end, an icing call against the Edmonton Oilers. 7:39 to go there. As this one goes, and Ekholm just, I mean, hey, you know what? Credit to Ekholm. When you get a puck in that position, I think the easiest thing to do is dump it along the boards and go to the far side. But Ekholm just kind of smoothly skates in there, unsuspectingly, to his credit, and is just able to backhand that one home. If you get those kind of plays in the playoffs, my goodness, you go a long ways normally. So that's a huge goal. Wraparound opportunity. The Oilers unable to get that one cleared out cleanly. Actually, they do, as it escaped the zone just last second. They were about a foot outside of the blue line by the time the Sharks picked up. And this one back the other way now, as Philip Broberg will get going around the boards, and this one for the Sharks to the near side, or no, to the far side corner. They pick it up there again. They're going to skate around the Oilers zone before it's checked out by the Oilers. And is this going to be one of those situations here now, my friends, where the Oilers and Sharks do that end of the first period choppy play? Because that would be ugly again as well. As here's this one across the blue line for the Oilers into the offensive zone. Nice poke ahead there by Nugent Hopkins, I believe, where we've got a blundered up line. Zach Hyman out there getting it going. As this one's played there into the slot. Sharks able to come up with it. 6:38 to go here in this second period. Played ahead there. Darnell Nurse has lost his stick. He kicks it off the end boards. Cody Ceci astutely comes up with that puck. He's able to make that play that time. 6:25 to go in the second period. The shots are 20-20. This has been as even of a boring 3-3 hockey game as we've had in a hot minute here in Oilers land. I don't know what to tell you. It's been a weird one. 6:10 to go. The Sharks fire it in. Jack Campbell got a touch, but the Sharks still first to it. Barabanov comes up with it. The Oilers able to play this one off the boards. Tipped there now to Darnell Nurse, who will bat it along the boards. Cody Ceci plays this one up and off the boards. Flipped into the Oilers' offensive zone. Nice play by the Oilers to beat out the icing. 5:50 to go. The Oilers, I think they got away with that icing call. Barabanov across the blue line. Shot coming, caught in front, deflected. Now the Sharks come up with this puck again. Played in front. The one-timer scores. San Jose scores again. And yikes. It is 4-3. And Erik Karlsson sneaks right in there again. Jardel, welcome in. And all of a sudden this second period, as I said, we needed to pile up goals. Now the Sharks are doing it, but I don't know what ended up happening here. The Oilers, I don't even know where Ekholm was. Ekholm was taking a nap in the lane, I guess you could say, and just kind of wandering around, and that one-timer gets past him. And, yeah, that one's just traffic in front turning around. And, realistically here, I mean, yeah, I can blame Campbell on every goal if you want, but it just doesn't make things better. Blaming the goalie for everything just ain't going to make the Oilers not be down 4-3. That's all I'm saying. This one, the Oilers back to the attack. Mattias Ekholm, the shot fired. 5:12 to go here in the second period. That is the Sharks' officially 21st shot of the game on the 4-3 goal. So if we're in for a barn burner, I guess we're in for the barn burner. Flipper, you said the 8-5 or 8-7 or 8-6 or something. Here's the Oilers to the attack. Mattias Ekholm off the crossbar right away, right on cue. And this one is going to be played back there. Connor McDavid will skate this one around. McDavid goes back over to Mattias Ekholm. Ekholm plays it off, and here's a chance now for Leon Draisaitl to get it to Evan Bouchard. Here comes the shot. Shot fired on. Nothing happening there as it goes wide of the net. Draisaitl plays it on cue to Connor McDavid. Over to the Brett Kulak guy? Brett Kulak, I guess. Yeah, that's where we're at. As we are going back and forth with San Jose tonight. And, yeah, I mean, pick your poison, whether you want to blame the Oilers offense for not picking up the slack tonight, whether you want to say the defense is taking the night off or Jack Campbell's napping on the job. Plenty of blame to go around. That's the thing. I mean, it's fashionable to blame Jack Campbell. It's fashionable to blame the Oilers defense. I'm just trying to settle somewhere in the middle. Blame one goal on the Oilers defense. Blame the next one on Jack Campbell. Blame the next one on the Oilers defense. Blame the next one on Jack Campbell. Throw in a little blame on Evander Kane not back-checking a little bit. And that's all I'm at. I mean, I don't want to be that guy that just is known, like, honestly, right? There's always a chance that anything I do on YouTube goes viral, and I don't want to be the guy going viral, sounding off on ruining Jack Campbell for the mental space, right? I mean, fair enough. I mean, hockey's a 20-man sport, so I don't want to be sitting here blaming it all on Jack Campbell, especially when there's 5 other guys on the ice game to game. So that's where we're at. I will defend Soupy at least a little bit, because hey, you know what? If ain't nobody got the little guy, I got the little guy. If you guys know anything about me, I guess just as we're on commercial break here, if you don't know anything about me, I love the little guy. I love the underdog, and I love a good underdog story. And right now, I will tell you, Jack Campbell is a huge underdog story. So I have a soft spot for Jack Campbell right now. As much as I need him to do much better, I need to say that Jack Campbell needs to be better, but I've got him. I'm cheering him on right in behind here because obviously you can yell at Jack Campbell sucking all you want. That ain't going to win the Oilers this hockey game. Jack Campbell getting better and saving pucks is going to win the Oilers this hockey game, I'll tell you. All right. Here we go. Derek Ryan will get going here as he'll get kicked out. Devon Shore comes in to take the face off. Shore comes in with 4:28 to go here in this third period of play. This fourth line could use a goal. I mean, hey, we could use a goal from anyone. As this will get going here as this one comes back to the point. Brett Kulak fires the shot. Homelander, you scared me there for a second as you jumped back in there, but this one back the other way. As Klim Kostin comes across the blue line. Devon Shore fires the shot. Save made. Oiler was erased on the play, Derek Ryan. And that is a stoppage in play yet again with 4:03 to go here in this second period of play. And these games have dragged on tonight, my friends. This first and second period, long go. Alex, welcome in, but it's been a long night, that is for sure. As it's been a tough one so far. As 22 shots for the Oilers, 21 shots for the San Jose Sharks. And here we go. Let's go get this as Ryan Nugent-Hopkins will take the face-off with Warren Foegele and Zach Hyman. Hyman getting battle in there. So it looks like even Mr. Evander Kane has been knocked down to the third line with his poor performance tonight. 3:50 to go in this second period as Cody Ceci erases a man from the play. He was looking for a penalty on the spin around. And here comes the other way. Chance for the Oilers. Zach Hyman in on their attack with Darnell Nurse. The Sharks play it back to the near side boards. Bounces around a couple of times. This one goes off, and Zach Hyman able to come up with his puck. Plays in front. Oh my goodness. Scramble in the crease. James Reimer down, and he keeps the puck over the net. The Oilers just suddenly, that's been the Oilers' MO here in this second period, is just make some really simple plays to the net, and all of a sudden it heats up into action. And it's turning out to be quite, it's been quite something here, as Matthias Ekholm's goal is proof in the pudding. With the Sharks defense, the Sharks team, and obviously the Sharks goaltending, it doesn't take much for you to push something to the net and create some chaos. And that's kind of been the situation here for the Oilers tonight, is they've been able to push it towards the Sharks net and cause some chaos so far. And you look at this puck, it wasn't really covered up, but then all of a sudden Reimer gets the blocker down, and there you are. As the Oilers get going on the face-off win, Evan Bouchard. Shot fired towards the net. Blockered out by Reimer, played down the ice, and here we go. We got 3:17 to go as Ekholm will come back the other way. Chance coming here as this one will be played there by Draisaitl. 3:09 to go here in this second period of play. 26-21 the shots on net for the Oilers. So the offense has come to play a little bit more here in the second period, but obviously the Oilers need some defense and goaltender here, as this will come back the other way as that one played into the slot. Bumbles around a couple times, and that will be Matthias Ekholm seeing it dumped out of the zone by LeBlanc. Now a chance for the Oilers back the other way. Here's Kaleri Yamamoto across the blue line. One-timer ripped by Draisaitl. Stopped there, though, as this one comes back to the blue line for the Sharks, where they will be able to play this one out, and it'll be bobbled to Evan Bouchard, who plays it across to Leon Draisaitl, lumbering across the blue line. Dancing it back to McDavid's one-timer, which is stopped. That was a beautiful shot on the rip and one-timer from McDavid, but it is stopped on that one. Let's look at this. Leon Draisaitl stopped on the pad save, and then McDavid robbed by the glove, but it's been a heck of a hockey game here in this second period, just kind of back and forth. Obviously in the goal scoring department, 3 goals for San Jose, 2 for the Oilers, 2:22 to go in the second period, 21-27 the shot lead for the Edmonton Oilers. And this face-off will be lost by Janmark, who's been taking quite a few face-offs tonight. And let's see where we're at, as this one will get Nick Bjugstad in here now, as the Sharks will line up a different alignment. Nobody on the near side boards. Kane in there with Bjugstad, and the Oilers scramble it up. Kane will be first man to the puck for the Oilers. He's able to get it free. Here it goes around the boards. Nick Bjugstad back to the high point. Here's Brett Kulak. He'll fire the shot off of the Sharks' Steven Lorentz, and it will come back the other way as the shot for the Oilers gets it to the blue line yet again. And this one will come here for the Oilers, where Vinny Desharnais, I'm so used to seeing big 7 number, and it's actually Nick Bjugstad out there as well. Sometimes forget, even though he scored a goal for us tonight, that he's an Edmonton Oiler now, as Evander Kane plays that one out. And a chance now as it'll be played there behind the net. Jack Campbell will look on as the Oilers defense gets to it, and picked up there by Bjugstad, flipped down the length of the ice. And this one will go the other way, and this one will be an offside, or a glove pass, for the San Jose Sharks. And that's where we're at. And Ray, I'm not sure what you're asking about, where I'm at in the standings. I don't know if you're in terms of asking the Oilers or what. And we need non-stop goal scoring tonight. Well, we got a third period to do it, and we got a $1:30 left here in this second period to play. That's the thing. This second period started out fast. Now it's starting to drag along. The Oilers win the face-off. They've got it down deep behind the Sharks' net. $1:20 to go here as they continue to battle, looking to get something to go. And this one goes back here, as this one will be Ryan Nugent-Hopkins back behind the net. Shot for Nuge, denied there by Reimer, fired down the length of the ice, and that will be an icing call against the San Jose Sharks. So the Oilers applying pressure here, trying their best to get things going. 1:02 to go in this second period. And that's where we're at. So look at that one there. That goal for San Jose put it to 4-3. Well, you know what? $1:02 to go here in the second period. Oilers still have a chance to get something going, and Drysdale wins the face-off. Darnell Nurse gets it going. Here's a chance now for this one here for McDavid. He'll walk around, can't get it going, drag to the net, can't get it on net. So now Leon Draisaitl gets it going. 48 seconds to go, shot towards the net, can't get it. Now this one played back around the boards to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl sees Connor McDavid walk into the zone. McDavid gets it going shiftily behind the net. 35 seconds to go here. Bouchard walks down the lane. He will not shoot. He'll play it off to the boards as this one played there by the Oilers. Again, Connor McDavid has it. Top line doing some dominant stuff now. Draisaitl spins a blind pass in front. Yamamoto unable to come up with it. And here come the Sharks back the other way as caught. We'll fire it down the length of the ice. 15 seconds to go here in the second period. Leon Draisaitl picks it up. 17-8 the shots. Oil not done yet as they have one last opportunity towards the net. Pass back, the loading shot. Darnell Nurse fires it over top of the net, and the shot comes in late from Bouchard, and that will be the end of the second period. As there you are, we are down 4-3 after 2 periods of play, and I mean, friends, we can be unhappy with the Oilers all we want. Game's not over. It may feel like, I mean, it is 9:30. The game would normally be over by this point, but we've got a whole another period of hockey to play. So don't fret too much. Oilers not done yet, is what I'm going to say. The Oilers are far from done as of yet. I can't talk. I got to go grab more water. I've been out of water since about the 7-minute mark of the second period. But friends, I'm going to throw you a quick commercial break. I'm going to head upstairs and leave you on. If you're new to the channel, I want you to consider hitting that subscribe button. I'll be right back, and we'll get breaking this down in a little few minutes. Call me a fool, friends, call me what you will, but I have full faith the Oilers got this in the third period, whatever the goaltending situation may look like. I think we're just fine going into this third period of play. I think the Oilers are sitting not too bad. Things should be A-okay as we get going into this third period. I think we're all right, as I think that would be the most easy path to take is the Oilers down 4-3 to a team that they need to win 2 points against. I think I'm very, very comfortable with whatever the Oilers do in this third period. And obviously the effort has kind of been there at some points tonight, but if you get a full 20 out of the Oilers here now, it will be a very, very exciting lightning fast finish for the Oilers. The scoring summary after one period of play. Alexander Barabanov, Nick Bjugstad, the only 2 goals in the first period. Oh wait, there were actually 2 more, but they were called back, so oh well, never mind. Disallowed as they may be. The Oilers finished that period 1-1 with the San Jose Sharks. Just a quick check here. Let's go here. Kailer Yamamoto then led us off to make it 2-1, right? 10th goal of the season. That was a pretty big one. But then all of a sudden what happened is Sharks kind of come in, score a couple of goals here. The Oilers obviously allow them to. Matthias Ekholm, though, adds right back to it. He scores a nice little goal there, a really good little read where he just kind of stepped into the play and really allowed himself to create open space and walk around some defenders and tuck it far side on James Reimer. Beautiful goal, made it 3-3. Unfortunately, though, what ends up happening there is Erik Karlsson responds back. I mean, there was bang, bang, bang goal scoring within 8:32 into the second period, all the way to 14:23 into the second period. Erik Karlsson, Steven Lorentz, and Matthias Ekholm all scored a grand total of 4 goals, and it is a 4-3 lead for the San Jose Sharks after 1 and 2 periods of play. So that's where we're sitting tonight. It's where we're at, as we should be good to go here in this third period of play. Obviously, the Oilers need a big response, and I think there is a big chance we do get that big response. But just to give you an idea here, standings-wise, where we're not standings, scoreboard. I want my scoreboard. Scoreboard-wise, the Kings are up 4-0 on the Calgary Flames. The Flames, though, they've had a couple of weird games here lately over the past few weeks, and we need one of those where they score 5-6 goals in the second period and win this one 6-5 or something against the LA Kings in regulation, because if they do that, my goodness, that will help us immensely tonight, especially if we win. So hopefully the Oilers can get that going, and let's see what else we got going here. Is shutout to 59 save record breaking shutout against the San Jose Sharks. Ben Scrivens, what's going on here? What are we seeing here? As yeah, okay, that's okay, it's just more trashing of Jack Campbell on the Twitter timeline. That's what I figured. Yeah, that's where we're at right now, friends. Is we just need a big third period. To be quite honest with you, we need a big third period. And to all of you complaining about Jack Campbell tonight, I will alleviate that. I do believe Jack only gets 2 more starts the rest of the season, and they're in games that won't realistically matter, of course, across Pacific Division stuff. If you look at the scores and schedule here, there appears to be 2 more starts for Jack Campbell. That one being the Monday-Tuesday games next week. Jack Campbell likely to face the Arizona Coyotes, right? So that would mean Stuart Skinner starts Wednesday, Saturday, and then plays Tuesday against the Vegas Golden Knights. And then all of a sudden you get into the weekend there in April, where the Oilers will then play the Ducks on Saturday the 1st, have a couple days off, and then play the LA Kings on the road, and then play the Anaheim Ducks on the back half. So that will be Skinner plays the Ducks on Saturday, Kings on Tuesday, off day against the Ducks, and then he will play the last 3 games of the season, San Jose, Colorado, San Jose. So it lines up. Jack Campbell has 2 starts remaining the rest of the way home. Obviously, yes, if there's something meaningful and the Oilers have to go for it, go for the gold and play Skinner in a back-to-back, it's completely possible. But just to line it up quite realistically for the Oilers, it will be 2 more starts for Jack Campbell, 9 more for Stuart Skinner, and we are done the rest of the way home in the playoffs. So that's what you need to know there. And just to give you here, let's see what we can get going here. Just do 4.95 times that number there, divided by 60. We are up over 251 hours streamed here, so don't mind me. We are crushing along on the stream, and that's, I guess, obviously part and parcel. Hasn't been a very good game all game, so there's a reason we're still live, and it's because those YouTube numbers are telling me we're having ourselves a pretty fantastic stream here. Despite what you might or might not think about this Oilers game, we've been fantastic so far here on the stream. And I mean, as much as you might have complaints about the game, glad you don't have complaints about me. And thank you so much for spending your night tonight with me here on Dolynny TV. Plus, we just hit 75 likes on the stream. I'm sure we can hit 100 by the end of the stream, but thank you for hitting that like button on the stream tonight as well. And just to give you an updated number at the subscriber mark, 11,351. So if you haven't had a chance yet to hit that subscribe button, I'd love you to, but that's where we're sitting. We're crushing along. Another big subscriber mark today. Over 11,350, so that's where we're sitting, and it's been a fantastic go here on the stream so far. So hopefully we get something out of this hockey game here tonight, and I have full faith that the Oilers will. That's number one. I gotta tell you, full faith that the Oilers will pull something out of their behinds. Quite honestly, right? This is one of those. You know what the saying is, pull it out of your and substitute the S's for dollar signs to make it kid friendly, but you get where I'm going with this one. Is the Oilers just have to find a way tonight, and I believe they will. Matthias Ekholm, though, obviously is going to be a key part of that. He's had a fantastic couple of last few weeks here in Edmonton Oilers land, and obviously been a big key factor for the Oilers in the run they've been on since the trade deadline, so hopefully they can continue that. He had a 3-assist game against the Seattle Kraken, and then obviously 2 coming up with the goal so far tonight. He's had some good defense against the Sharks, and obviously coming up with it too. Let's see what we got going here. Yeah, that's where we're sitting for the Oilers. If you guys are wondering how the Oilers play the Stars, if the Stars finish second out of the top 2 in the division, just to say, if the Oilers finish second out of the top, the Stars finish second out of the top 2 in the division race, right, in terms of Vegas and Dallas, if they're the division winners, Dallas would then play the wild card 1 team, which there is a chance that the Oilers could be wild card 1, and if the Oilers are wild card 1, they will play Dallas in the crossover kind of situation that is part of the NHL playoffs nowadays. And if not, the Oilers will either slide into first, second, third, or wild card 2, which they would play Vegas or LA in wild card 2 situations. So that's where we're sitting. If playoffs started today, it'd be Edmonton and Los Angeles, though, and that's what you need to know. As LA Kings and Edmonton Oilers again in the playoffs, though, I think I'd like to run that back, honestly. I would love to play the LA Kings again, just for the drama of it, right? That was such a great series last year, a series that brought me back into Oilers fandom like I don't think anything else could have. Even that Flames series, I don't think I was as pumped up about it as I was about the LA Kings series, right? That Kings series, Connor finally said, this is my time to shine. The playoffs are where I play my best hockey, and he came out and absolutely tore the back of the nets out with scoring goals, passing pucks, making things happen, and that was beautiful for the Edmonton Oilers. And that's where we're at right now, friends, is just, let's see what we got here, if there is anything here. Calculator, let's just quickly get this going. Times 5. Oh my goodness, I mistyped that one hard. 3150 times 5. Bing bang, and divided by 60, my friends. We continue to blitz along. We are absolutely going to work here tonight. We're rocking and rolling. As I don't think there's much else to add in this intermission other than the Oilers just legitimately need to go out there and win this hockey game in this third period. That's all it comes down to. If we go out there and win this third period, we will be just fine and dandy. And sorry, just replying to that text there from Patrick, and we should be good to go here. And yeah, we'll see what the Oilers can achieve here in this upcoming third period of play. I'm just going to pick the cat hair off my mic foamy here, as it's gotten beat up by the cats, obviously playing with it when I'm not home. That's kind of gross chewing on that close to your mouth. But let's see, is there anything on Twitter that we need to be aware of here? Final frame is on deck. Connor McDavid, and of course Erik Karlsson. Looks like the Flames have scored a goal, so you like to see that. And yeah, let's see what we got going here. I don't think there's much else. It looks like there's a little deep fake thing here happening with Connor McDavid and something happening. But I don't think there is anything else to really add. It looks like we should be going to live to the game here in a matter of moments. So we're almost ready to rock and roll, but it looks like March Madness too is getting down and dirty, with Colorado sending Duke home in the is that women's March Madness? I'm not 100% sure here looking at that. I believe that's women's March Madness, because I don't think I've ever heard of Colorado University in the men's bracket. Yeah, no, you know what? We are flying here for this intermission, right? There's really not much to add. The Oilers legitimately just need to win this hockey game. That's all I can say. Yeah, we've got a big third period on the line here in this one, Vortex, as the Oilers just need to they will need to get something going, that is for sure. The Oilers need to find a way here, and obviously if things come together for the Oilers, then we will be good to go. If not, then we got some problems. But obviously we realistically need a losing record to barely make the playoffs, so the Oilers have plenty of time to make things up if they don't. And obviously too, right now things coming together here in the Pacific Division, and the LA Kings up on the Calgary Flames. That's what we need to know. So yeah, let's see what ends up coming out of this one. And Jeffrey to say March Sadness, that used to be a great great feature on SiriusXM. I think that's where you're getting that from. That used to be a great little feature on SiriusXM. Me and the family used to rock out to that every time when we were driving during March Madness. Alright, here we go. Jack Campbell still in net for the Edmonton Oilers. The coach putting his faith in him and saying, reward me. Reward me. Here we go. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl on the top line alongside Kyler Yamamoto. We're ready to rock and roll, and Logan Couture puts his stick down, and Connor McDavid wins the faceoff. Back into his own zone, Matthias Ekholm will chase the puck, and Leon Draisaitl will come to play this one here as the ref gets in the way, and the Sharks are able to turn the puck over. Ekholm with a punishing cross check, able to free it up after it comes off the pads of Campbell on a wraparound chance. Across the blue line, the Sharks see the Oilers spill into the zone. As here comes Connor McDavid back to the blue line. Bouchard the shot off of the pads of Reimer, up and out of play. Oilers get the first real good-looking chance of the period, 19:34 to go in this third period of play. The shot's now 29-22, so that's where we're at. The Oilers getting going here, and now a chance for the Oilers to try and get a face-off win. And look at this, Matthias Ekholm just standing on Kevin LeBlanc, and then Jack Campbell makes the save. So here we go. A chance now for Leon Draisaitl. Tomas Hertl to take the face-off against said Draisaitl. And he'll win the draw off to the side of the face-off dot. Yamamoto unable to win it back. Sharks back the other way. And this one will go back behind the net, as that will be a play there for Darnell Nurse. He can't get it going. The shot fired through. Jack Campbell the save. 3-9-7 record for the San Jose Sharks. And hey, you know what? The Oilers collapse in the third period time to time. We're just hoping the Sharks give up the 1-goal lead, and away we go. 19:06 to go here in this third period of play as the Sharks scramble through. They'll backhand it. Now a breakaway pass for the Edmonton Oilers. Back the other way. Here's Connor McDavid on net. Denied by James Reimer on too many handles. Connor McDavid never settled that puck and was able to still get a good shot away. Oilers good on the transition. Defense back the other way. And this one will come back in and fire this one around the zone, as that's a nice play there for the Oilers as they come thudding in. Able to turn the puck over again. Here's Broberg winding up the one-timer. Couldn't get it going as Hyman cut it off at the side of the net. This one goes around to the side, and now again a chance off the wall for the Oilers. They couldn't get it going, and now Brett Kulak regroups. And suddenly the Oilers have their legs here. Oilers are moving their feet and they are getting it going, as this one will play into the neutral zone. Nice play across the line. Offside, though, there from the Oilers. And that's a stoppage in play. But there's a nice play for Connor McDavid as he just couldn't get that puck to settle down. Then he did, and then overhandled it into the shot for James Reimer. But a good chance there. As, man, Connor McDavid just about tucked that home, and I think that glances up off the bar after it hits. So this one will go back in to the Oilers zone. Nick Bjugstad picks that puck up. Bjugstad plays that one across to Darnell Nurse. He'll rip it off the boards. Chance back on, played off the glass again by the Sharks into the Oilers zone. And this one will be played along the boards, and a chance now back the other way. Vander Kane fires the shot, and that will be shot off the arm of Reimer and up and out of play. As Connor McDavid, most points in one season since 1955, 1960, or 1996. 157 projected for Connor McDavid. If he could get 2 or 3 extra tonight, we could definitely get that going. And here we go. Evander Kane, though, can't win that draw. This one will be backhanded out by the Sharks. Back the other way as the Sharks are transitioning into the Oilers zone. There's a back check from Evander Kane. Though Darnell Nurse overskates the puck, the Sharks get a quick shot. Bounce in front. Jack Campbell in an astute save. Thankfully on it that time, and he makes the stop. The shot coming from the point, tipped to front again. Jack Campbell, the pad save, and now knocked into the corner. LeBlanc going to work there. Evander Kane battling along the boards, and away the Oilers come with the puck. This one will be shot fired into the Sharks' end. 17:03 to go here in this third period of play. Barabanov plays this puck, getting it going there, and now the Sharks back the other way as they'll transition into the Oilers zone. Fired around the boards. Jack Campbell cuts it off. Philip Broberg plays the puck. 16:47 to go here in this third period of play. Oilers coming up through the neutral zone as they skate it forward. Chipped off the stick, and Devon Shore not offside that time, but very close to it, and the Oilers unable to keep that puck in. A nice play in the neutral zone by a stick of a Shark to knock it back into the Oilers' end and line up Matthias Janmark, who guns up through the neutral zone. This one, Klim Kostin plays ahead to Janmark. Janmark will go down low again to Kostin, who would, I wouldn't mind Matthias Janmark or Klim Kostin throwing a big hit here to change the momentum, to be honest with you. Klim Kostin, though, working off the boards there, is able to drive it over to Broberg, who gets it to the far side to Fogle. The shot fired, save made by none other than James Reimer, as he's got a couple of big saves, and the Sharks back the other way score a goal, and it is 5-3. Noah Gregor gets the goal, but hold on. I'm seeing Gillis TV saying he's challenging again is Jay Woodcroft. This one picked off there, and here's a chance now as Gregor might be offside there. And there it is. There's lots of shot scores for Noah Gregor, the hometown kid. And it looks like the Oilers are challenging again for offside. As Gregor would have to have been offside on that play. The referee's standing over. You don't see that often that the referee crowds the linesman, but they must know it's offside right away. And this one will be another coach's challenge. And here's Noah Gregor getting across the blue line as Erik Karlsson brings that puck back, and Noah Gregor is fully offside there. So there you go. The Oilers will skate away with a 4-3 game yet again. The third goal of the night called back against the San Jose Sharks. And no goal there. The Oilers pulling out all the stops. Man, who's the video coach? Give him a tap on the shoulder. That guy's doing his job tonight. And there you go. Just like that, the Oilers able to get away with another goal called back. 16 minutes to go here in the third period of play. Disallowed goals 3-1. But wow, this is not a good night for the linesman as he's had a rough go tonight. As slow it down frame by frame. And no goal for the Sharks there. So Oilers back to the attack, and they're going to immediately instead ice the puck. That's not how you do it. But 15:52 to go here in this third period of play. As 2-on-1, Jack Campbell allows the goal. But hey, you know what? We get another disallowed goal here. And that's where we're at. And you love the Yeti. I don't think the Yetis get enough love on the stream, as I usually am drinking out of a Yeti mug, whether it be the big teacup or whether it be the, I think this is called a tumbler if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure what this is called, to be honest with you. But the Oilers erase a third San Jose goal on a challenge, and here they come across the blue line. Shot fired on James Reimer. He'll make the save. Jack Campbell will have to face a shot coming back the other way. Nope. Hops off a Sharks stick, and the Oilers transition back the other way. Here's Connor McDavid across, open to Leon Draisaitl. Erased his Kailer Yamamoto. And the goal light goes on. But I don't think Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl passing Kailer Yamamoto into the net counts as a goal. And the face-off will come out of the zone. And let's watch that one again. That was a mess of a play as Yamamoto gets tangled up with the stick of Erik Karlsson. And then this one goes skirting through James Reimer. And then Yamamoto takes it off, and it goes off the side of the net here. Yep, that never goes in. And Yamamoto gets taken out by the stick of Erik Karlsson. But that one gets down. So there you go. 15:18 to go here in this third period of play. Oilers get to the side of the net. As Cody Ceci will play this one back down low to Warren Foegele, who's buzzing around. And James Reimer on the redirect, able to make the save and then freeze the puck. That was a nasty hop in front. But the Sharks tender makes the save, and with 15:02 to go, we'll have another stoppage in play. And wow, that's quite something. The Oilers need to capitalize on this game, that's for sure. That was the last couple of crazy sequences here in the Sharks zones, but hopefully the Oilers can come up with something here in this third period. That's all we're hoping on. That's what we're waiting on at this point. Oilers need to come up with something here. 14:56 to go in the third period. Sharks will get to the attack momentarily before it's hopped off their stick, and the Oilers are able to transition back the other way. Here's Leon Draisaitl firing a shot. Yamamoto's back out there, batted down by Darnell Nurse. Cody Ceci going to get going as this one will battle here. 14:33 to go as that will be knocked back by Connor McDavid. Bad turnover, almost led to a chance for the Sharks, but battled back there by Yamamoto, and the Oilers back out wide. Here's Darnell Nurse. The shot saved by Reimer, and we'll have a stoppage in play. As the Oilers continue continue to battle here against the San Jose Sharks. Only down a goal. That's the beauty here. Only down by one. As Darnell Nurse fires this one right there, looking to go under the arm. Couldn't get it past the Sharks netminder. 14:20 to go here in this third period. Bjugstad will win the face-off. One back there now by Hyman. Hyman will see this one transitioned off. Can't get anything going. And Oilers are trying to do something here, but it's an offside at their line. So 14:08 to go here in this third period of play. 4-3 the score. That's what we got to watch. We just need the Oilers to win a game here. And this is one of those games, it doesn't matter if you win in a shootout, doesn't matter if you win in overtime, doesn't matter if you win in regulation, as long as you win. That's all that matters at the end of the day. So 14:08 to go here in this third period of play. And we're looking to see if Bjugstad can win this face-off. It is a loss for Bjugstad, but a win for Derek Ryan as he gets it out of the zone. Penguins and Stars being advertised here on Sportsnet, as that will be the Thursday night action available to you. As this is Evander Kane loading up. Kane sniping. Shot comes in. Oh, another Oiler goes into the net, as that's Derek Ryan crashing into the net. And hey, at least you can't complain about the Oilers going to the net. They are definitely taking it to the net here in this period now. And, hey, the Oilers got to get it going. As this one goes here, as Evander Kane gets the turnover and just can't put it home, and then Derek Ryan piles into the net. But friends, we are having ourselves a heck of a live stream here. We're up to 85 likes. If you haven't had a chance yet, please do. If you're just joining us, like I believe Simon and Steve are. So if you're just joining in, please get that going. But at the same rate too, friends, if you're new to the channel, you've been enjoying the play-by-play here, it's starting to slow down a bit here because I'm getting a little tired. But if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Big live event coming live from Cold Lake at the end of the month. And I must bring as many of you aboard before then to bring on what is going to be an absolute insanely special tournament live from Cold Lake for you here. Live play-by-play hockey. Me, Patrick, and Gillies TV bringing it to you from Cold Lake. So I really want to have you aboard for that if you'd be so kind to hit that subscribe button. Just to give you an idea, though, the watch time tonight, friends. The watch time. That's something we always keep a good eye on here on Dolynny TV. We are sitting over 305 hours on the stream. We'd like to see it. And Michael, you're going on the betting again. I will never give betting advice when it comes to the Oilers. I don't bet on the Oilers. I don't bet on sports. I played Pro Select or Sports Select, whatever it's called, in college for the first semester. And there's a reason a guy needed student loans, okay? Let's be honest here. Spending money wisely was not such a great idea of mine in college, but that's where we're at. Anyway, friends, the Oilers 50-50 this night is Monday, March 20th early bird prizes, levelware. $500 gift card, and then $1,000 for Ice District Authentics Team Store. How I could spend that $1,000. I've been there and seen that for sure. So here we go, friends. The Oilers are actually getting a power play out of this whole sequence. I didn't know that. So the Oilers are going to get a power play sequence here. 0 for 1, 3 shots on the power play. Connor McDavid getting to it. He'll fire the shot back up to Evan Bouchard. Now McDavid will fire across. The Oilers see that one scrambled up, and Draisaitl unable to get a shot on net. Nugent Hopkins will go back to the blue line. Evan Bouchard will look over to Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Now the shot to McDavid plays in front. That one goes off of something in front and skirts all the way out of the Sharks zone. $1:29 to go here in this power play for the Edmonton Oilers. 13-14 left in this period. As this one comes back the other way, here comes Connor McDavid across the blue line again. He'll get it to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl will play it across. Back up high is now Draisaitl to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard gives and goes to Nugent Hopkins, off the post there. Now, as it's shot down all the way to Jack Campbell, a weird hop. Could have ate him up pretty bad, but now the Oilers will get transitioning back onto the attack. Here comes Leon Draisaitl across the red line as this one goes across, and this one will be batted back into the Oilers' territory. Here's Connor McDavid loading up and trying to get going. It will be back over as that one goes the other way, and Evan Bouchard gets going into the zone. Bouchard plays that puck weakly. Another opportunity here for the Sharks, shorthanded. Fired up over top of the net, up and out of play with 36 seconds to go. We will have a stoppage in play yet again here. And Nugent Hopkins wired that shot. And look at this bounce here as it comes right in front and then shoveled there by Hyman off the post. We have been that close a couple of times tonight. And we could have used that one going in, that's for sure. And then Jack Campbell off the helmet, able to make the save. 36 power play seconds left for the Edmonton Oilers. 12:20 to go here in this third period of play. And this one will go back the other way for the Oilers as they'll skate it up on the power play. And Evander Kane across the blue line. He leaves it there for Logan Couture to knock out of the zone. And the Oilers officially have 12:05 to go here in this third period to make something happen. 10 seconds left on the power play, but nothing appearing that it will happen as they can't even get across the Sharks' blue line. Sharks penalty kill, I will remind you, ranked 6th in the NHL coming into this game, so it's not like the Sharks are pushovers in the penalty kill department. The only place they're pushovers is in the standings for some reason, and that is where we're finding here. As they will come back the other way, Yamamoto to the attack. He'll get skating across the blue line as he dumps it into the far side corner in the Sharks' zone. This one now left there for the Sharks to play. The Oilers able to come up with it at the blue line. Played on down low to Yamamoto, who spins off a defender. He'll play it right in front. Can't get it going. Ekholm, unfortunately, left the blue line and was unable to play that one. So now he will curl around in the Oilers zone. He double dances off a defender. Nice little button hook moves there by Ekholm to keep spinning. And he takes a little bit of a shove from Kopp for his efforts. This one bounces off of the boards over top of the stick of Bukestad down the length of the ice for an icing call. So that's where we're at right now for the Oilers, down by a total down by 1 with 11:04 to go here in this third period, friends. Obviously, the pressure mountain for the Oilers. This is a game you can't afford to lose 2 points out of. But I think when you're starting Jack Campbell, any down on Jack Campbell Oilers fan would say, well, this is a game you're going to lose anyway. Why not lose it to the San Jose Sharks instead of the Vegas Golden Knights or the LA Kings? So I get that kind of theory, and that's what I've said. It's pretty much Campbell's got 2 starts remaining, as Jack Campbell's got Anaheim and Arizona left on his billing, more than likely for the Oilers stuff this year. Shot fired towards the net, can't get it going, and this one will hop up and out of play. So we'll have a stoppage yet again in play. So that's where we're at. 10:32 to go here in this third period of play. 4-3 the goals for the San Jose Sharks. And just as I see Jeffrey say, we did it. Thank you to everybody tuning in tonight. We have just pushed 200 viewers live and 100 likes on the stream. Really appreciate that. Cole, the Oilers love to lose to the worst teams. Well, like I'm saying, it might not be a bad thing to lose to the Sharks. Would be a real bad thing to lose to LA or Vegas this time of year. So we'll take what we can get, and we'll hopefully work it all out in the middle. As we do only need a losing record, like 4-8 down the stretch. And here's McDavid turning and burning. He can't get it going. Here's Bouchard curling back to the blue line. McDavid pushes this puck through, and it will be kicked out to Broberg. Here as Bouchard and Broberg are back to being a pairing. This one's going to be worked across, and now all of a sudden the Oilers can't pick it up in the Sharks zone. So they fire it out as Bouchard able to battle his man off the puck there as he dumps it deeper though. And Broberg will come up with this puck. He'll spin and burn. And here's the Sharks getting the turnover. The Sharks will come to the backhand. Shot fired. Misses wide of the net. And this one comes back the other way now for the Oilers as they lumber up through the neutral zone as Draisaitl around the defender. Shot fired towards the net. Can't get it going. Here's Ekholm. And this one is going to come around for Draisaitl. Short side stuff. And man, Zach Hyman was batting away on the backhand. Couldn't get it going though. The Oilers came that close to getting it done. Yeah. It was that close to getting going, and Connor McDavid, and our clock will run out. So that's where we're at. Our clock runs out, and For some reason, we just went to a commercial break. Am I still watching the Oilers game? Hope I'm still watching the Oilers game here. And I'm not sure if I am or not. Uh-oh. So let's go here, Sportsnet 1. This should still be the Oilers game. Yeah, there we go. We got a commercial break in progress. I hope we're on a commercial break. And live stream Sportsnet now. And we should be ready to get back to action. Sorry, friends. I don't know what just happened. My stream just cut right out and switched to a different channel mid-stream. So that's one of those weird things that doesn't happen regularly on Sportsnet, but it happened right there. So we'll battle through, and hopefully the Oilers game comes back on. At least hopefully Sportsnet didn't kill the broadcast. I mean, not knowing how the game ends might not be a bad thing as an Oilers fan tonight, but I'd like to see something here as we get going. But we are just waiting for this game to come back from commercial break. Send you guys to let's go here and let's see what we got, as we are just going to throw you an ad quickly there. And I will remind you, if you're new to Dolynny TV, just as we come back from commercial break, if you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. For none other reason than we're trying to hit 11,500 subscribers before I head north up to Cold Lake to call a huge tournament, a provincial tournament that I would love to have you aboard for right here. So that's where we're at. As Cody Ceci, a hit on Noah Gregor, gets hit of the game. It's been a soft game. There hasn't really been a big hit yet. Obviously, like I was saying, Clem Costin could have used one earlier. Here's the shot towards the net. Fired on, goes up over top of the net and rimmed around the glass and handled back out of the zone. 9:20 to go here in this third period of play. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins will fire it up the boards and not get it into the Sharks zone. Cats hunting down for some attention here, as the Oilers will sift through the zone as Cody Ceci plays this puck. It'll be batted out there by the Oilers, out of their own zone on the dump in by the Sharks, as it's just kind of tied up in the neutral zone here and flipped finally down into the Oilers' end. My stream quality is absolutely, poor right now, as the Sharks will see it in their own zone after the Oilers clear. 8:49 to go here in this third period, and this feels like one of those games where the Oilers will take it down in the last 30 seconds, tie it up, and win it in overtime, if I know the Oilers at this point, as that's Yamamoto playing this one across to Nick Bjugstad. Bjugstad spins and throws, and that will be an offside call on Nick Bjugstad. So that's where you're at. So that's where we're at. 8:34 to go in this third period. 4-3 San Jose over top of Edmonton at current. Now, I wouldn't say it hasn't been the Oilers' night. I mean, it could be much, much worse. They've had 3 goals disallowed against the San Jose Sharks. So San Jose could technically be up on this one 7-4. So things are going pretty well for us to still be tied, or close to tied, 4-3 in this one, and just a goal away from tying it. This one's flipped in to the Sharks' end. No icing called there as it bounced off a couple of players in its way down the zone, and this one's going to be won back there by the Oilers. They're going to flip it up off the glass. Can't get it going, and now a chance here as it's coming back the other way. San Jose is going to get to the attack, but they're instead going to dump it to the far side corner. Bouchard gets it going here. 7:57 to go here in the third period, as this one will be back for the Oilers the other way. Evan Bouchard fires it in off of the stick of Zach Hyman. Hyman will battle that one there as the Oilers try to keep it in. They can't do it. 7:40 to go here in the third period as it's chopped yet again. This one's going to be kept in again at the blue line by the Sharks. This one's fired down, and now a chance for Connor McDavid to play this one off the boards. He does. Back the other way this Edmonton Oilers come. Played down deep as that's Zach Hyman along to Matthias Ekholm. Matthias Ekholm looking for a pass. Can't get it going. Here's now a chance for the Sharks again to clear it down the length of the ice. 7:13 to go with now 7:10 left in the third period as the Oilers have it in behind their own net. Third period winding down here. Oilers able to come back the other way. Here's Leon Draisaitl across the blue line. He's pushed off the puck. Can't get it going. 6:56 to go. Shot fired back down, and Barabanov will come back the other way. He'll fire it. The shot towards the net. Campbell the save. And now Martin Kaut will pick this puck up. This will be another shot here towards the back of the net as it's just rimmed around the boards. Jack Campbell fights it off with the shoulder. And the Sharks continue to dominate in the zone here. Shot fired back behind the net. Can't get it going. 6:30 remaining in the third period. And this one will go as this one comes back ahead. Draisaitl will flip this one up the ice all the way down below the Sharks goal line. 6:20 to go here in the third period as puck continues to play here. And this one will be played around here as this one. Sharks walking across the line as they will get a shot save made, and Cody Ceci drags it off the goal line for the Edmonton Oilers, and that is a huge save of the night right there, as that was a huge one for the Oilers. Cody Ceci draws it off the goal line as it was trickling in, and the Oilers are able to transition back the other way as this one's going to be going around the boards. 5:43 to go. Shot fired out. This one back the other way. 5:35 to go here in this third period. 34-27 to go. And 4-3 the score for the San Jose Sharks currently. Oilers have 5:25 to go here in this third period of play. Evan Bouchard will fire it up off the boards. Nick Bjugstad gets it going. 5:16 now remaining. As this one goes battling off the boards, and icing call upcoming against the Sharks. Unfortunately, it bounced off the boards weirdly last second, and Bouchard's able to pick it up. This one's going to come back into the middle of the ice. 5:02 remaining. Then this one played back down into the Sharks' territory as the Oilers just need to get hungry on the puck here and come up with a puck battle. They do, as that's kept in. Kane fires a shot. It wilts down somebody in front of the Oilers' net. That hits somebody, I think Costin in front. 4:43 to go here. As this one goes around the boards as 4:37 in this third period. Shot fired down low. And Mr. Connor McDavid able to pick the puck up. This one comes out of the zone. He'll fire it towards the net. Doesn't hit him there. And this one bounces back around the Oilers zone as this one with 4:20 is cleared up and out of play. So that's where you're at. That's where we're at. We're just battling there and trying to get this going, but nothing happening as of yet. So that one battles and absolutely catches Klim Kostin in front. It wilts him down to the ice. Klim Kostin battling through that one, that is for sure. The Oilers have about 4:20 to go. Let's see what we got going here. Just going to calculate the watch time quickly here as we're just taking stock of that. 350 hours, don't mind me. Oilers getting things going here, but see if there's anything else we need to rock and roll here in terms of Twitter land. I guess they've got the Cody Ceci saves Jack Campbell's bacon. That is a thing for sure. And yeah, you know what? The Oilers just need to get that big win, and we will be good to go here. So hopefully things get going, and the Oilers can get things rocking and rolling. So we are just about done this hockey game, but we've got still a little bit left that the Oilers could get something done here, and that's the beautiful part of it for us Oilers fans, is the Oilers are never out of it until we're out of it, unless we're down by like 5 or 6 goals. But the Oilers are ready to rock and roll here if we can get something going in this late third period. That's all we need. It's just a late third period, 1 goal, tie it, and we're good to go. And for some reason, I thought Jenny Craig commercials had disappeared as with the rest of the early 2000s stuff, but somehow that was still on my television set in 2023. Who knew? As we are just about here, and Cody Ceci's play of the game here to drag it off the goal line. Big save there, so that's a huge one for us. And yeah, no, big rest of the third period coming up. You know what? Everybody crapping on Campbell, everybody crapping on the Oilers defense tonight. Realistically, we're a goal away from tying this with 4 minutes to go in the third. Just kidding. Like, it's not that bad. And there's a chance to the front of the net, scramble in front of the net. Goalie's down. Can't get it going, but nothing happening there. 4:06 to go here in this third period. Sharks back the other way. And this one's going to be battled out. Here's Connor McDavid, and it's battled off of somebody in front. Matthias Ekholm will play this one up to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl plays this puck up over to Ekholm, to McDavid, over to Ekholm. Ekholm claps it, scores! Matthias Ekholm, and we are tied! Just like that, friends. Look at that. How about that? The Oilers, we ain't done yet. I was telling you. We are a goal away with 4 minutes to go, and 13 seconds later, Matthias Ekholm gets our goal to make it 4-4. And look at that one right there. Beautiful play by the Oilers to make this happen. Leon Draisaitl up high to Connor McDavid, then across to Matthias Ekholm, who just absolutely wires it home. Connor McDavid picks up another point, but look at this shot here from Matthias Ekholm. Top corner, cheddar goal right there. My goodness. You like to see that right where mommy hides the cookies, friends. Oh, man. Matthias Ekholm, let's get it going. We like to see it. 3:38 to go here in this third period of play. Matthias Ekholm's 8th goal this season. Don't mind to see it. McDavid, 78th assist. Leon Draisaitl, 62nd. And that's where we're at as we are back in this a 4-4 hockey game. We don't mind that at all as the Oilers continue the pressure here on the top of the zone in their own defensive end. The San Jose Sharks giving us some fits, but we got a chance to get going here. The Oilers able to tie it now, and all of a sudden we got a hockey game. 4-4 here, 3:05 to go in the third period. And you know what? Given the way it's gone tonight, even a point against the San Jose Sharks is a big, big get. We've got 3 minutes to go and decide this, and I know what we got going here, friends. We got a lot of friends now joining us live. Welcome to Dolynny TV. I'm Tyson. The Oilers just froze the puck. Jack Campbell a save. It's getting chippy in the zone, but yes, sirree. We are just moments away from wrapping up regulation here at Rogers Place. Definitely thank you for tuning in. If you haven't had a chance yet, leave a like button because Matthias Ekholm scores the tying goal with just under 4 minutes to go, and he is jacked up. I have not seen an Oilers defenseman that jacked to score a goal in a while. My goodness, that's huge to see. Here we go. Matthias Ekholm's going to draw in on this face-off. The Oilers scramble it up. Nice win there by Ekholm to get it back to Bouchard. Bouchard's going to play it out of the zone and ahead off the stick of an Oilers player. Reimer will play it there, and it will be played off the boards now as Bouchard comes out to play this. He's able to battle it off the Sharks. And now Reimer out to play this one again. 2:30 remaining here in this third period. And this is where you just need to see the Oilers clamp down. Don't allow a shot. Push for the offense when it's there to push for. Other than that, take it to overtime and get the guaranteed point. You need the points for the standings. The win would be nice, but you can get it in overtime. And that's all that matters. Here's the push in by Hyman. 2:11 to go here in this third period of play as we're coming down the wire here as the Oilers are just looking to try and finish this one out with a victory. 2 minutes to go here in this third period of play. Draisaitl knocks down a Sharks player. He falls right on top of Barabanov. Puck comes to the front of the net. Connor McDavid able to come out with the puck here, and now back the other way. Leon Draisaitl over to Connor McDavid. McDavid drags, shot fired, saved by Reimer. Back the other way. This one's going to be flipped over the glass, and the Oilers are going to go to the power play with $1:41 remaining in the third period. Oh my goodness, here we go, friends. We like to see it. $1:41 to go, and the Oilers get a big power play for delay of game. That's what happens when you start moving your feet late. You start forcing the team into mistakes, and the San Jose Sharks make a big, big mistake there. You know, we're crapping all over our defense tonight. That defenseman for the San Jose Sharks is going to be in a lot of trouble from his own fan base when you were going to be able to steal a win from the clutches of the Edmonton Oilers, and instead you fire the puck over the glass with exactly $1:41 to go. The timeout for Jay Woodcroft here. That is huge for this. Hey, Alana, you hate time differences. It's too hard to listen while working. Well, Alana, I'm glad you're able to tune in tonight and hang out with me. Nicholas, welcome in. To everybody just joining, we're up to 273 friends in here live. I'm Tyson Dolynny TV. Thank you for choosing me to carry you home the rest of the way home. Just want to appeal to those of you watching from Bakersfield, California tonight. This is something I've made heavy mention of. Our friends that are the affiliates of the Oilers in the AHL are blacked out from watching tonight's game due to San Jose playing. If you're tuning in to Dolynny TV, thank you for hanging out tonight. Really appreciate that. $1:41 to go here in the third period. Coast to coast and around the world. Let's get this done. Oilers on the power play for the next 2 minutes, including 19 seconds of power play time in overtime, should we end up going there. As here we go. This one will go to a face-off draw. McDavid battles his man off the puck. He's able to knock him over and get it going. Here's McDavid. He will get it back. And here's the one-timer from Draisaitl. Glove save for James Reimer, and that will be a stoppage of play. $1:30 now remaining in the third period, as we would like to see this one obviously come down to an Oilers result. Nice puck work there by the Oilers, and James Reimer able to slide across to make the save on the muffin from Leon Draisaitl. We got a $1:30 to go here, as this one will be Evan Bouchard with the puck here. He will get it down to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl back across, and here comes Connor McDavid across to Draisaitl, shoots, and over top of the net it goes. Bouchard keeps it in on the power play. $1:34 remaining in the power play, and a $1:13 to go in regulation as McDavid wheels around the zone over to Nugent Hopkins. He fires the shot. Reimer up to the task, the save. Bouchard to keep in at the blue line, and now a chance for McDavid. Over to Nugent Hopkins. Now McDavid over to no, that cut off in the slot and hit James Reimer in the crease. He freezes the puck, and we will have a stoppage in play. But friends, oh my goodness, Leon Draisaitl got robbed on the power play right there. Yes, indeed, Homelander. And now 5:06.4 remaining on the clock as we time down towards the end of this hockey game. 4-4 the game between the San Jose Sharks and the Edmonton Oilers on the tying goal by Matthias Ekholm late here in the third period with less than 4 minutes to go. Oilers with a $1:15 of power play time to go. The top unit will just go out there and work to get this done. Shot comes to the net. Draisaitl shot robbed by James Reimer. The first save was good. The second one was even better. And James Reimer able to make a huge save on the Draisaitl one-timer, leaping across. And this one, a shot there. Nice pass by Zach Hyman. And what a scramble there by James Reimer to throw the arms up. And what a play. My goodness, there from the Sharks goaltender with time dying. And Leon Draisaitl can't believe he didn't put it home. He was that close to getting it going with 47 seconds to go. 4-4, the Oilers are pressing for the go-ahead goal, and then obviously with a goal that would put us into an empty net situation for the San Jose Sharks. As here we go, this one's going to be won back by the Sharks, but the face-off will be drawn back with 47 seconds to go, 1:06 on the power play. We'll redo the face-off here in a brief moment. McDavid, Draisaitl, and Hyman have been out there for a $1:30, $1:28, and a $1:42. As here's Bouchard. Face off. McDavid fires the one-timer. Can't get it going. Here's Draisaitl far side with 39 seconds to go. Bouchard to McDavid. He one-time claps it again. Can't get it going. Another miss, and that one will have gone out of play. So we will have yet again another stoppage in play with 3:36 to go here in this third period. Friends, good evening. Welcome to Dolynny TV. If you're just joining in, thank you for coming down to the wire here in this third period with me. Appreciate it, as the Oilers are this close to either taking a point against the San Jose Sharks or taking two. 3:36 remains in regulation as the scramble off the face-off. McDavid draws it off of a San Jose Shark player off of the end boards, and now he comes up with possession. He'll work to the net with 24 seconds to go. McDavid across to Nugent Hopkins, back to Leon Draisaitl. Couldn't get it going, and now the Oilers again continue to attack the net. That one poke-checked, and that should pretty much do it for this hockey game. Evan Bouchard will push it ahead to the Oilers. Left wing there. Draisaitl will chip it there, and the Oilers will play for overtime. 4-4 down to Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell, despite giving up 4 goals tonight, able to take us on to get a point in a game we need to get a point in. So that's a huge gift for us Edmonton Oilers fans. Friends, just as I have you, The Oilers are headed to overtime. Good evening. Like I said, welcome to Dolynny TV. My name's Tyson. Glad to have you aboard for this overtime. Always gets crazy in here during overtime, so if I miss your comment, I do apologize. But what I need you to do right now is, if you enjoy the Oilers, if you enjoy hockey play-by-play, if you're enjoying me so far tonight, please hit that subscribe button tonight. Trying to hit 11,500 before going live from Cold Lake, Alberta next weekend. Not this weekend coming up, but next weekend, for a provincial hockey tournament that I've got the rights to broadcast. So I'd love to have you aboard for that. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you haven't left a like yet, please do as well. The Oilers are able to pull a defeat out and get a point out of it at bare minimum, as the Oilers were able to do their job tonight. So let's get this going here, as we will head to overtime against the San Jose Sharks this evening, as we are this close to getting overtime started. Sorry, apologies there, as I've just... Yep, there it is. A little air bubble in the lungs there. 5 minutes of overtime with 19 seconds of power play time for the Edmonton Oilers here. As we are going to get going here. 19 seconds. Louis DeBrusque on the bench chatting away with our man Jack Michaels on the play-by-play call this evening on Sportsnet. 43 shots to 29 shots for the Edmonton Oilers. 43 shots for the Oilers. Face off at center ice, as we will have a power play here, as it's Bouchard, McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, and Draisaitl. Quite an odd combination. We'll skate 4-on-4 in overtime as soon as the penalty comes to an expiry, if the Oilers do not capitalize here, as this one is going to be Couture versus Draisaitl in the face-off dot. Possession is key, and the Oilers are able to tie it up and win it ahead. Here comes Connor McDavid. McDavid across the line. He'll get it to Draisaitl. 4:53 to go, as McDavid will walk down low to Nugent-Hopkins. The Oilers set up the attack. Bouchard looks off to make the pass to McDavid. Couldn't get it through Couture. Now comes Connor McDavid. He's with the puck. He will skate around. He'll fire the shot up over top of the net, looking to send us home early in overtime. This one comes around the zone again. Here's Draisaitl over to Bouchard. Front of the net, played in front, trickles wide. Back to the high point. Here's Matthias Ekholm after the line change by Nugent-Hopkins, as Bouchard comes to play it to Connor McDavid. McDavid will skate down, fire the shot, blocked in front. Bouchard gets it going. This one will puck bouncing off of the player in front, go across the with the ice, and then fired down by the San Jose Sharks. So we are 4-on-4 for 4 minutes here in this overtime period before we head back to go to 3-on-3 whenever the next stoppage in play is. Matthias Ekholm making sure we earn every second of this overtime, playing with that puck as he'll go across, and the Oilers will carry ahead. That's Evander Kane out there now for the Oilers, looking to score the overtime winner after a down game, especially in that first period. A chop shot there by Nick Bjugstad into the glove of James Reimer, and we'll have a stoppage in play with 3:41 to go here in this overtime period. Friends, we are closing in on this one here. We are getting going as this one is coming down the stretch. How many overtimes, Michael? Just one overtime, and then we go to a shootout. 5-minute overtime, and then we go to overtime, or shootout. Is 75-40 the shots on shot attempts tonight for the Oilers. 3:41 remaining here in overtime. I normally would have gone to bed about an hour ago, and here we are still up streaming. No post game tonight, friends. 3:36 to go in overtime. The Sharks have the puck. They're going to work this one around the zone, and they're going to carry up through the neutral zone. They're into the Oilers' end. Here's the shot. Jack Campbell the save, and he will look to play this one off, but he does not with 3:23 to go. As there we go, 4-4 the score between the Sharks and the Oilers. As this has been a pretty good game so far. Obviously, a lot of things to gripe about, a lot of things to like. Matthias Ekholm is a special one, especially. 3:23 to go here in this overtime period. The face-off to the right of Jack Campbell. 46-30 the shots on goal for the Oilers, but one sends us home if it's the right one here. The shot down by the Sharks, scrambled around the side of the net. This one deflected there by Connor McDavid. Up and out of play. Darnell Nurse now on the ice with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. So there you go. 3:15 to go in overtime as that puck went out of play. This one a shot there by the San Jose Sharks on the deflection. Campbell just pushes off the defender, Couture, and able to make it happen there. So 3:15, the face-off's down as this one goes off of a Shark in front. Darnell Nurse able to poke it free. Here comes Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid getting it going. Leon Draisaitl over to Darnell Nurse. Shot off the blocker of Reimer. Here's Connor McDavid. McDavid will spin around the zone. He can't get it going, and now 2:54 remains as Draisaitl battles here as the top overtime unit gets going as McDavid jangles through everybody. Can't get it going, and McDavid continuing to look for that next goal here in overtime. Can't seem to get it going. 2:40 to go here in this overtime period as Connor McDavid will head off for a line change. No, he'll stay on as Leon Draisaitl gets out there, and the Oilers and Sharks going the other way, trying to battle themselves here as this one goes back into the offensive zone for the Oilers briefly, but the Sharks have it, and this one will come back the other way. 2:19 to go now here in this overtime period as this one will be in Sharks' possession in the neutral zone. They're looking for an attack to the net as Leon Draisaitl is just skating out there on one leg by the looks of it. Jack Campbell, though, makes the save. He'll freeze the puck, and we will get a line change for the Oilers with 2:05 to go in this overtime period. The Oilers still hanging in here, hanging tough with the San Jose Sharks. And this one was a good chance here for Leon Draisaitl up the ice. Connor McDavid busted open, drew the Sharks to him, and then Darnell Nurse just couldn't pot it top shelf, just like Matthias Ekholm. And then McDavid dragging through right there with the toe drag. That was a beauty. And then this one by Thomas Hertl ends up firing it off the stick of Jack Campbell. Campbell's able to clobber the stick back to it. And with 2:05 to go to the face-off to the left of Jack Campbell, we'll get things rolling again here in this overtime period. As this one will be backhanded out by Nugent Hopkins over to Kyler Yamamoto. And Yamamoto looking. Yamamoto will trail back to the point where he's going to have Nugent Hopkins spin around. Nuge will play it down low to Yamamoto. Scramble in front. Nuge can't get it, nor could Yamamoto. Both of them still playing. No, Nugent Hopkins chance to the side of the net. Can't get out. Another one. Reimer the save and the scramble again at the side of the net. Puck is blown dead. Oh my goodness, that is about the best two chances I think I've seen the Oilers get out of guys not named McDavid or Nugent Hopkins, McDavid or Draisaitl all year in overtime, quite honestly. That was two great chances from Yamamoto and Mr. Nugent Hopkins. Unreal there. That is a crazy chance there for the Oilers. $1:38 to go here in this overtime period. Evan Bouchard out there now with McDavid and Draisaitl. McDavid's hauled down, no penalty upcoming, and now a one-time opportunity. McDavid drags to the backhand. He's trying to get things going. Instead, Bouchard's going to fire this one over. Bouchard can't get it going. This one's going to come back to the point now. As this one, McDavid with $1:17 to go. Bouchard fires it. Oh my goodness, did that go in? How did that stay out, friends? That was unreal. I don't know if that stayed in or stayed out, as that was... I mean, they'd have whistled it down by now as the lights came on and the horn, I think, was just about to sound, but they didn't. So 55 seconds to go here in overtime, and that was as close to going in as I think you can see a puck going in. 46 seconds to go here as the Sharks back the other way. The 2-on-1 fired wide. Bouchard sees the Oilers pick up the puck in their own zone. It'll be played ahead to Connor McDavid. Skating down. He'll fire the shot. Saved by Reimer on the pad. And this one will now be a second opportunity here in overtime for the Sharks in the final minute to get things going. That will be tossed up there by Nugent Hopkins out there with Yamamoto and Darnell Nurse. Yamamoto plays it along the boards. Darnell Nurse one-on-one with a guy back. On net, scores! Yes, sir! Darnell Nurse in overtime puts it home, and the Oilers take the 2 points from the San Jose Sharks with 14.3 seconds to go in the overtime frame. Oh my goodness. Light me up, friends. The Edmonton Oilers win an absolute heart pounder against the San Jose Sharks in the dying seconds of overtime. And it's about as unlikely of a hero as you can get. Darnell Nurse, with none of the big boys out there in Leon Draisaitl or Connor McDavid, scores the goal that puts the Oilers home 5-4. And hey, what do you say? For a team that wasn't expected to do anything after the 4-3 goal for San Jose, that's why you stick with it. It's really, really easy to get down on yourself, but with these Edmonton Oilers this year, you just got to know losing games ain't in the DNA, at least not the way it looked like we were going to lose tonight. And the Oilers end up going out there and getting the job done. A 5-4 win in overtime. A big 2 points to win it. And Darnell Nurse, with the one-man back chasing him, tucks it home on James Reimer, and he is pumped up. We thought Mr. Matthias Ekholm was jacked up, but look at that. Darnell Nurse fired up post-game to win that one. Friends, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for listening to the overtime call and, of course, the entire game call here on the channel. It's been my pleasure to have you aboard. Of course, the only thing I can ask you to do from here is if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We'll have another game here coming up on the weekend. Of course, the late night games this week kind of going to kill my momentum, but I will talk to you here tomorrow following the end of the workday for me. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Of course, just to give you a summary of the goal scorers. Sorry, I'm still carrying 300 of you, so we might as well wrap up the goal scorers and at least do a little bit of a post game, I guess you could say, before Patrick gets live over there on the Oilers Fanatic. But the Oilers pull it out thanks to goals from Nick Bukestad, Kyler Yamamoto, Matthias Ekholm, and Darnell Nurse. Name where Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, those guys made a goal-scoring impact. They didn't. The Oilers get 5 goals from anyone not named McDavid and Draisaitl, and we win an absolute electric hockey game. Thank you so much, friends. I really appreciate everybody being aboard. To all of you watching, just to give you an idea of what we've achieved tonight here on Dolynny TV. The watch time absolutely unreal this evening. How about that? 478 hours watched on the stream. So thank you for making my Monday night. I'm going to be suffering for it tomorrow morning at work, but I can tell you, to Boss Man tomorrow when I tell him was it worth it, it was absolutely worth it. Thank you so much for tuning in, friends. I will catch you next game out, maybe against the Vegas Golden, or the Arizona Coyotes, who we play next for the first period, but that will pretty much do it. Friends, enjoy your evening. I am up on out of here.